Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 15 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 15-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
on the Hawkeyes Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, presented by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, delivering the funds the university needs to drive academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Also brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Iowa Lottery, be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Hy-Vee, score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. And by 988 Lifeline. If you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Here's Rob Brooks.
A season that started outdoors back on the 15th of October. The crossover at Kinnick, Iowa, and DePaul. You could probably do it today as we close out the regular season. Hard to believe as the Hawkeyes get set to take on the Big Ten champs, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Welcome courtside, Carver Hawkeye Arena, as Iowa has had a very busy morning. Players, coaches with ESPN Game Day here. The fans got here 3 hours before the contest. It's been an electric atmosphere and certainly ready to play some basketball. The Hawkeyes at 25-4, 14-3 in the league, coming off of a terrific performance, taking care of Minnesota 108-60 as the Hawkeyes led 53-26 at the half. Never a contest. And the Ohio State Buckeyes at 25-3, 16-1 in the conference, winners of 15 in a row. And you can't help but see these two teams on the court and remember that game at Columbus. It went to overtime back on the 21st of January. Hawkeyes number 2 in the country then. Ohio State is now, and the Buckeyes prevailed 100-92. So an opportunity for payback this afternoon. We'll get the pregame comments from head coach Lisa Bluder. Also, Tiffany will be along with her keys to a Hawkeye victory. At stake for Iowa, potential number 2 or 3 seed in the Big Ten tournament at Minneapolis next weekend. That is of importance. And also, you just want to send out the 5 seniors that are going to close out their regular season careers today, including the great Caitlin Clark. You want to have a victory, a celebration afterward, take that momentum to postseason. March, we are here. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Exciting Iowa women's basketball team play in the Big Ten tournament. Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited has just a few rooms available at the Marquette Hotel in downtown Minneapolis. The hotel is located just a few blocks and within an easy walk to the Target Center. This package is 2-night hotel only on March 8th and 9th with an option to purchase additional nights. Go to duagency.com to book this official Hawkeye women's basketball package. Click on vacations and group travel. Don't miss Hawkeye women's basketball in the Big Ten tournament. duagency.com.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through! Yeah.
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/corn grows Iowa.
Welcome back inside Carver Hawkeye Arena, the regular season finale, Iowa and Ohio State, here on the pregame show with Coach Bluder. And did we get to play some basketball? Sounds like you've had a busy morning.
Had a busy morning after shoot around. We have a lot of recruits here today. We obviously have Fox doing the game, ESPN doing game day. So it's been an exciting day to be a Hawkeye. And once again, our Hawk fans have just showed out. Well,
did last year at this point in time against Indiana, did again today. And, of course, Ohio State, the opponent this afternoon. And when you think about this team, obviously J.C. Sheldon, a terrific player, and Cody McMahon was electric against the Hawks the first go-round.
They really are. J.C. Sheldon in her graduate year, shooting the three so well. I mean, she is such a great leader and a good size, too. Cody McMahon drew 10 fouls against us last time and really did a great job of getting three-point plays, getting us in foul trouble. She's a great offensive rebounder. Celeste Taylor was at Duke last year, was ACC's Defensive Player of the Year, but she's also shooting the three very well besides providing defense. And then they have a 6'4" post inside that can shoot threes.
Well, that equals a pretty good team, which Ohio State certainly is. How do you defend Ohio State today, especially try to not let McMahon get so deep in the post?
Yeah, we're going to really try to mix things up between our player defense, our zone defense, our junk defense, try to keep them off guard a little bit with that. But, yeah, we have to provide help against Cody McMahon. Nobody can guard her one-on-one. You just can't. And so we have got to bring help for her in the paint. Not outside, but in the paint, definitely.
For Ohio State, their defense, how do you expect them to start against the Hawks?
Well, they're a player defensive team. They play all player. I haven't seen any junk or any zone from them. But what they like to do is press. And they are a team that will press the entire game if they can. Every made basket, every made free throw, every dead ball, they're going to press. And they mix up their presses, sometimes between a full court, sometimes between a three-quarters court. But no matter what, it's an aggressive press where they try to trap out of it. And that wears you down. Last time we only had 15 turnovers against them, did a really good job of breaking the press.
Have all season, certainly. We'll be back with more from Coach Bluder after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
I'm Ingrid Lizarraga, breast surgeon at the University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center, the state's only NCI-designated cancer center. Here, we look beyond just the type of cancer you have to discover the molecular details of the disease. We have teams dedicated to each cancer type, with treatments and trials you won't find anywhere else in Iowa. Go to uihc.org/cancer.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme. Powered by MediaCom.
Well, Lisa, we'd be here all afternoon talking about the 5 seniors that you're going to celebrate after this game. Certainly it'll be a point in time for you, hopefully down the road quite a ways to figure out what this group has meant not only to this season but this program.
Yeah, I mean, this is just such a good group. I mean, it's very unusual that we have 5 seniors graduating right now. And, you know, we were the beneficiaries of the COVID year for Gabby and Kate, and to have them stick around. And, you know, Molly Davis to come here without really a starting position or anything, and to give up, what she had at Central Michigan to come here, and she's been an integral part of our success. Obviously, everybody knows what Caitlin has done, and Sharon's kind of been the mom to our team. She's a very caring, wonderful person, so we're going to miss all 5 of these.
Good points you make about Molly Davis, because you're right, gives up a great situation at Central Michigan, and no guarantees, right? Coming in here, could play 3 minutes, could play nothing, and what a role she has put together, especially this season.
I agree with you, and the thing is when Caitlin came here, not a lot of point guards wanted to follow. They knew they wouldn't get very many minutes, or B, they just didn't want to, they didn't know they'd get enough shots, and Molly didn't care about any of that. She just wanted to be on a successful team and play longer into the NCAA tournament than the first round. So I am extremely proud of Molly, as I am all 5 of them.
Well, Coach, another terrific atmosphere. Hard to believe this is the final regular season game, but here we are.
It is great. This is our last season regular game, but it's not our last season game or last game in Carver.
Right.
And that does help take the sting away from it being senior day. We're going to head up next week to Minneapolis, hopefully win 3 games. Then we'll come home and host the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament, which is always an honor to be one of those top 16 seeds in America.
That sounds pretty good to me.
It does.
Head coach Lisa Bluder on the pregame show. Back with more after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
I think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. While farmers work hard to grow the best crop, their Iowa corn checkoff investments are hard at work too. Opening local and global markets for corn and corn-fed products, educating drivers on unleaded 88 as the best fuel at the pump, finding new uses for corn, and sharing the farmer's story. Iowa corn farmers are backed by researchers, educators, market experts, and more to keep corn growing Iowa.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as all the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. By 2025, we'll rely completely on climate-friendly, alternative fuels. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle these new fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hey Iowans, Luka Garza here. For me to get to the NBA, I've worked on my speed, precision, and my shot. For you to get to the NBA, all you need is the Iowa Lottery. First, play bonus multiplier scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Then, enter non-winning tickets for your chance to win a VIP suite experience with the Minnesota Timberwolves, including food, hotel, and $1,000 cash. Plus, center court seats to see the Iowa Wolves. Enter today and see rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
Singing of the national anthem before Iowa and Ohio State, the regular season finale. We'll have starting lineups, and Tiffany will have keys to a Hawkeye victory. That would be victory number 26 on the season. And let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Today's game sponsor is the Corridor Media Group, which publishes the Corridor Business Journal and the Quad Cities Regional Business Journal. Nobody covers local and regional business news better. Subscribe today at corridorbusiness.com. Well, Tiffany, here we are. It is regular season game number 30.
Yeah, Rob, it is another absolutely unprecedented environment here at Carver Hawkeye Arena today. The buzz seems bigger than ever, and rightfully so. We've got Jake from State Farm in the house, Maya Moore. Lynette Woodard herself is here today. All eyes are on the Iowa basketball team, and despite it all, my first key to the game is about as fundamental and basic as it comes. Defense. Iowa is going to need to play their best defense today. Ohio State, as we have heard, has threats across the board. Their starting five essentially averages double figures. Last game out, Cody McMahon led the way with a career-high 33 points against us. But they've got J.C. Shelton, Taylor Theory. They are rated number 2 for a reason. They're locked and loaded. The Hawks are going to probably come out in the man-to-man defense, but as Coach Bluder mentioned, there's definitely going to be maybe some 2-3 zone. The key here is the Hawks are going to need to transition back on defense very, very quickly. Ohio State wants to drive to the lane. I think our zone's going to be effective if we sag off non-shooters and pack the presence in the paint. Key number 2, we need to continue our contributions. We've seen the team produce big time over the last 2 games versus Minnesota. We know 10 Hawks scored. We had 5 in double digits. Big performances from Kylie Feuerbach, Taylor McGabe, Gabby Marshall back in her game. We need to continue that type of play today. But last game was all about the three-pointers. I think that's going to be maybe a little bit trickier. We need to utilize ball fakes, driving to the rim, breaking that press that Coach Bluder talked about. We need to make them pay for guarding us tight. I think one huge key to this game is getting them into foul trouble early, to get some of those players sitting on the bench and kind of loosen that load for us on defense. Bottom line here, every game matters, but honestly, OSU has sealed that Big Ten regular season title. There isn't a ton of pressure, no huge outcomes. So I think what we're going to see is one of the best Big Ten games of the season, and it's going to put a cherry on top of a magical and historical season that we've had.
Well, let's see if it can top last year's regular season finale against Indiana. Of course, Caitlin Clark, a right wing 3 at the buzzer to win it. Ohio State will start 6'1" junior Taylor Theory, averaging 11.4. 5'10" graduate student J.C. Sheldon, averaging 18 points a game. Celeste Taylor, the transfer from Duke, who is the ACC Defensive Player of the Year there. She's at 5'11", averaging 10.3. 6'4" in the middle, graduate student Rebecca Mishilashikova. Also can knock down the three-pointer, and Cody McMahon, one of the best players in the conference, averaging 14.3 and 6.5 boards. And as Tiffany just said, basically had her way against Iowa in the first meeting between these two teams. Hawks will counter with Kate Martin, averaging 13 a game. Gabby Marshall at 5.4, shot the 3 outstanding at Williams Arena last Wednesday. 4 out of 7. Anna Stalky in the middle at 14-1, 6.8. Molly Davis at 6.3, had 11 at Minnesota. And Caitlin Clark, who is 18 points away from Pistol Pete Maravich's all-time NCAA scoring record. Caitlin averaging 32.2. Also heard earlier that Baseball Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan expected to be in attendance today.
Aren't you a huge fan of Nolan Ryan? I think we've had this.
How could you be?
Who isn't? Right, but
the flamethrower. That
is awesome. I'm sure there's more in the crowd than we even know. This is obviously a huge ticket. Like I said, it's sold out again. We're used to playing in front of sold-out crowds, but this just feels a little bit bigger, a little bit more bolder.
Today's opening tip brought to you by Farmers State Bank. Earn $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Get rewarded for banking with FSB. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval, minimum $50 deposit, requires e-statements and direct deposit. Member FDIC. Theory. Stalky will jump on the Tiger Hawk logo. Iowa in the white home uniforms. Black Iowa across the front, black numbers. Ohio State in the scarlet uniforms. White Ohio State across the front, white numerals. Gray and white stripes down the side. Iowa at 25-4. Ohio State at 25-3. Ohio State has already wrapped up the regular season Big Ten championship. First time that they have done it by themselves, not shared it since 2009-10 season. Here we go. Ball is in the air, and the tap won by Theory. Ohio State basketball. Right to left in front of us. Sheldon across the timeline. Gabby Marshall comes out on her. Flips it to Michalashikova. Now Theory. Playing catch around the outer arc. Michalashikova. Sheldon uses a screen. Gets the ball back to Michalashikova with 9 to shoot. McMahon will fire from 17. No good. And Clark comes down with the rebound. Long down court pass to Gabby Marshall, left wing. Inside, Stalky, layup, no. Michalashikova grabs the rebound. In transition, Cody McMahon goes down the right side. Pushes the ball, right wing. Now Michalashikova in between the circles. Sheldon drives down the left side. Scoop shot is up and good with the right hand on the left side.
Looks like the Hawks have come out in that man-to-man.
And the Hawkeyes against the pressure, which they've done a great job of all season long. But Ohio State does tap the ball out of bounds along the sideline. It'll be Hawkeye basketball right in front of the Ohio State bench. Down 2-0. Here is Clark. Whips a pass in the corner. And Gabby Marshall knocks down a three, a deep three. Gabby stays hot.
You said it last game, Rob. Watch out. This is her time. And she's starting today showing us just that.
4 for 7 from 3 against Minnesota. McMahon in the paint. Drops a pass inside to Theory along the baseline. Has to kick it back out to Sheldon for 3. Knocks it down from the left wing. And here's that trapping pressure in the backcourt as Davis gets the ball across the timeline to Clark. Fires a 3 left wing. Back of the bracket, no. And Michalashikova grabs the rebound. 5-3, Ohio State early going. Here's McMahon. Drops in the paint, goes up strong, too strong off the window. Weak side board to Molly Davis.
Great defense there by Kate Martin. I really like that matchup.
And Clark gets it to Stalky. Layup, good. Tied at 5. 2 minutes into the game. Sheldon in the front court. Michalashikova, 6'4", at the top of the key. Drops it off for Taylor. Now here's Theory, tries to make a move into the paint from the right wing, and contact and a foul will be called on the Hawkeyes. That'll be Davis with her first, team's first. 2 shots coming up for the Buckeyes. Theory averaging 11.4. Her first is in the air, short. Third leading scorer for the Buckeyes, 77% free throw shooter. We're tied at 5. Second one in the air, also short. And the rebound snared by Martin to Clark. Down court, Stalky, up and under move, window good.
Absolutely beautiful and smart play by Hannah Stoll. sort of European step through to transition from the left side to the right side of the lane. What a move.
And the ball poked away by Marshall as Sheldon got by her, dug up by Martin. Here's Molly Davis, left wing, and tried to pass it inside and is grabbed. And a foul will be called on the Buckeyes. Theory picks up her first. That's also the team's first. 7-5 Iowa.
And if there's anyone you want to get into trouble, it is Taylor, foul trouble. It is Taylor Thier. She's one of the best defenders in the Big Ten.
A falter comes in for the Hawkeyes. Possession Iowa. Here is Clark. Drives down the right side all the way to the rim. No. And had a wide open layup. Thought there was contact from behind, but Ohio State digs it up. Hawkeyes by 2. Here is J.C. Sheldon. Flips it to Mishala Shikova, and she lost control of the ball. Dug up by Clark. Caitlin, down court pass to Stalky. One dribble, and then Sheldon gets a hand in there, takes it away. Both players go down on the floor to grab it, and the ball goes out of bounds along the baseline. Ohio State basketball. 6:55 left to go in the first. Hawkeyes by 2. Sheldon on the point for the Buckeyes. Winners of 15 in a row. Brings it across the timeline. Marshall on her. Mishala Shikova. Three-pointer left wing, no. Martin the rebound. Clark across the timeline on the right wing. And she'll fire a three-pointer off the left side of the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Celeste Taylor. Down court pass. Retrieved by Theory. Drives baseline. Now gets it back up top to Taylor. Hawkeyes defense has been very good in the early going. Taylor fires a shot, mid-range jumper left to the top of the key, good. Tied at 7. Approaching 6 minutes left to go in the first. Here's Clark, fires a deep 3 left wing. There it is, not far from where she hit the record winner for the NCAA scoring record for women's basketball. Now 16 away, and it's all hers. Make that 15 away. Bounce pass inside McMahon as she is doubled. Clark digs it up as she gets on the floor. Gets it to Martin. Now to a falter across the timeline. Iowa by 3 with the basketball. Here is Clark in the paint. Drops it off for Stalky. She has it knocked away, saves it, and has to fire it out. Theory intercepts it. Ahead to Sheldon. Drives down the right side. Up and under move, no good. Had to double clutch it because the defense was there. Here's Marshall across the timeline for the Hawkeyes. She'll fire a three-pointer. Oh! Count it! And she's fouled from behind. A chance for a 4-pointer.
Wow! Poised there on Gabby Marshall. 1, I love that she stepped up to take that shot. 2, she got that foul. The crowd is pumped.
Gabby Marshall with a transition 3 pulled up from the top of the key, was hammered from behind.
We don't see that a lot from Gabby Marshall. She's typically a set, wide open, ready to take the shot. So I commend her for stepping up. And Rob, I guess your theory that you said last game, this is her time of year. And here she is showing us that right now.
A little bit strong on the free throw. Mishala Shikova with the rebound. McMahon picked up the foul. 13-7 Iowa. Ohio State with the basketball. Approaching midway through the first quarter. Sheldon gets deep. Missed the layup. Martin another rebound. Brings it herself across the timeline. Now Molly Davis left to the top of the key. Marshall in between the circles. Addie O'Grady now into the game. She tries to make a move in the post. A Fulter drives, baseline, goes up. Didn't get it to go. Got her own rebound, goes up. And the shot is blocked, but contact made. Ohio State with the foul.
You can tell that Sydney Falter's kind of kicking herself for missing the layup, but in classic Sydney Falter fashion, she stays focused, tough, gets her own rebound, and draws that foul.
Rebecca Mikolashikova picks up the foul. That is her first and the team's third. Timeout on the court. And we remind you that for a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by Molly's Cupcakes in downtown Iowa City for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. 4:40 left to go in the first. Iowa 13, Ohio State 7. The regular season finale from Carver Hawkeye. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
No matter where you are in your caregiving journey, having resources at your fingertips will make the process easier. The AARP Iowa Family Caregiver Resource Guide includes programs, services, and agencies, as well as tools and support for everything from health, legal, and financial assistance to respite care. Call 877-333-5885 or visit aarp.org/caregiver resources to order a copy of the guide.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Hey Hawkeyes, while you're hard at work in class or on the court, there's a team behind the scenes making sure that the power keeps going, the water keeps flowing, and the temps inside are just right. Introducing the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. The collaborative is a public-private partnership between UI, NG, and Meridium. It delivers the funds UI needs to drive our academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Check it out at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Welcome back courtside, Carver Hawkeye Arena. Rob Brooks and Tiffany Reedy, 13-7 in favor of Iowa. 4:40 left to go in the first. AARP Iowa is proud to support the Hawkeye seniors both on and off the court. Learn more about all the ways that AARP is helping Iowans thrive as they age by visiting aarp.org/IA. Of course, the 5 Hawkeye seniors will be honored after the game on the court.
Think there'll be any tears?
Well, the good thing is, and it was the same scenario the last 2 years, is this won't be their final game inside of Carver. I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Got the Big Ten tournament, and then, of course, the Hawkeyes will host the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament. And, of course, senior day will include Caitlin, Molly Davis, Sharon Goodman, Gabby Marshall, and Kate Martin. So after the Ohio State foul, it'll be free throws for the Hawkeyes on top 13-7. Sydney Affolter. First one, good. Sydney's first point off the bench. Second one, perfect. 15-7. Hawkeyes on top. Ohio State into the basketball. Here's Harris. Ricky Harris into the game. Has been a starter in the past. She likes to hunt those shots. Couldn't get this one to go, but a weak side rebound as she missed it from three-point range. Another opportunity for the Buckeyes. Harris deep in the corner, holds the ball above her head. Lobs it out for Michalashikova with 7 to shoot. Now Sheldon gets it back to Michalashikova. She's doubled. Now back in the corner. Harris, three-pointer, drops it in deep.
It was a tough shot. Kate Martin actually played some great weak side defense, had a great closeout, but she had a quick release.
Hawks get it across the timeline. Wide open. Addie O'Grady beat everybody down the floor against the Buckeye pressure. The recognition, the assist from Clark.
Yeah, the Hawks are breaking that press right now, and that's resulting in easy twos.
Here's Theory in the paint, drives toward the hoop, shot up, no good, lost control of it, and the Hawkeyes couldn't grab the rebound. finally knocked out of bounds, touched last by Ohio State. And that's one thing that Coach Bluder stressed to the team beforehand, is be strong with the basketball.
Definitely. This is probably the strongest team physical-wise in the Big Ten. The Hawks came up with the ball. Again, Sydney Falter is involved in that play, but they are going to want to grab that basketball and keep a hold of it.
Hawks by 7 will have the ball. Kylie Feuerbach into the game. Of course, she was terrific against Minnesota with 13 points, 4 of 8 from 3. Madison Green into the game as Stalkey is back as well. Backs her way to the hoop. Shot, window, count it, and she's fouled.
Love to see Hannah Stolke attack the rim today. You know, she is undersized in terms of height, but she is attacking, and that's exactly what she needs to prove. There's a presence down low.
And Stalkey with her third basket after the foul on Parks, knocks down the free throw. All have been right at the rim.
Yep. And it's just a demonstration of some really great footwork as well.
Hawks by 10. 3:15 left to go first quarter. Harris plays catch with Green. Ohio State goes to the bench for the second time. Harris coming off a screen, drives down the right side outside of the paint. A Falter with the block. Into the hands of Clark across the timeline. Lob pass deep. Stalkey layup good. Timeout Buckeyes.
A textbook pass from Caitlin Clark, and the speed of Hannah Stolke getting herself down the court, catching that ball. Man, there is nothing better.
7-0 run by the Hawkeyes the last 58 seconds. Iowa with a 15-3 run the last 3:10, and the Hawks are 3 of their last 3 as they have heated up here midway through the first quarter. 22-10 with 2:55 left to go, quarter number 1. Thanks to United Healthcare for sponsoring the small businesses across the state of Iowa. United Healthcare is a proud supporter of Hawkeye Athletics. Also, U.S. Cellular, another proud partner of the Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular is built for us. Here's Green, hands to Sheldon, pops it right back to Green. And now a three-pointer right side, no good by McMahon, who has yet to score. Remember, she had a career-high 33 in the first meeting. Here's Martin, gets it back to Feuerbach, racing toward the basket, and a reach and a foul called on the Buckeyes. 2 shots coming for Kylie Feuerbach. Sheldon's first.
Kylie Feuerbach will go to the line to shoot a pair for Iowa.
And again,
Hawkeyes have done a great job, Tiff, just getting to the basket, to just great energy to start.
I was just going to say the importance in attacking that rim and drawing those fouls.
Feuerbach swishes the first. 4 of 8 from three-point range was Kylie Feuerbach. Against Minnesota, perfect at the line. 6 points now off the Hawkeye bench with a Falter, Feuerbach, O'Grady. 24-10. Hawkeyes. Here's Harris. Gets it to Sheldon along the baseline, and a push will be charged to the Hawkeyes. Feuerbach with her first. That's the team's second. Marshall comes back for Kate Martin. Ball possession for Ohio State. Buckeyes get it in. In the corner, Parks. Now Green brings it in between the circles. Left side, Sheldon. She pulls up from 10, short with the jumper from the left wing. A Falter the rebound. Clark now across the timeline. Pulls up for 3, no good. Off the window, but long rebound right into the hands of Gabby Marshall, right wing. Now to Feuerbach for 3. Back of the bracket, no. Ball tapped out by Stalkey. Saved by a Falter. Now to Clark, who tried a behind-the-back pass to Stalkey. It went off a Buckeye and out of bounds.
You should probably add behind the back and spinning. It was somehow, and it almost connected. I think what the Hawks are doing right now are transitioning so fast. They're not even allowing Ohio State to set up in that full court press. And it's kind of frazzled I think, their game plan to some extent.
Well, this was an 8-point game at Columbus, won by the Buckeyes, as the Hawkeyes get it into Stokey, and she is pushed from behind by Tyre Parks. That's already 2 on Ohio State's backup center, and we'll get Theory back into the game. 24-10, Hawkeyes. 1:50 left to go in the first. Davis for Feuerbach. Anna Stokey 1 for 1 at the line, right back there. Ohio State has not scored for 2 minutes and 16 seconds. In and out on the first. Ohio State, 1 of their last 8. Anna's second, good.
So the Hawks have 6 points off of free throws. Ohio State has none. So right away we're seeing an early advantage there by getting themselves to the free throw line.
And the Hawks by 15 as Green fires a three-pointer left to the top of the key, her first basket. Clark down court to Molly Davis. Free throw line extended right. Now gets it to a Falter. In between the circles, drives down the left side. Now Marshall, Clark. Caitlin in between the circles, goes between her legs, gets into the paint, goes up, has the ball slapped away and out of bounds by Green, but it goes off of Clark. Ohio State basketball.
I do love, I've said this over and over, I do love when Caitlin Clark dribbles her way down and muscles it up almost like a post player. Didn't get the call her way on that one.
25-13 Iowa. Ohio State with a 15-foot jumper by McMahon right at the free throw line and her first basket. Clark quickly across the timeline, paint, bounce pass in the corner to Marshall. She's on the left wing. Clark comes off a screen, fires a three-pointer. Left wing, count it. A 3 by Caitlin Clark. She has 6. Quickly in deep, Sheldon for the Buckeyes underneath the hoop, goes up, and a foul will be called on Sita Falter. Martin back for a Falter. Change for the Hawkeyes. J.C. Sheldon at the free throw line with Iowa on top 28-15. 49 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. J.C. Sheldon, leading scorer for the Buckeyes, gets the first, an 86.6 free throw shooter. At 22 against Michigan the last time out. That's the second. She has 7. 28-17. Clark racing across the timeline. Hesitates, goes to the rim. Shot too strong off the window. Rebound, Cody McMahon. Bounce pass ahead to Sheldon. Fast break opportunity. Ohio State lays it up and good. Sheldon with 9. That was a quick fast break.
Yeah.
.25 seconds left to go in the quarter. Hawks can hold for the final shot, 28-19. Iowa with the advantage. Clark hanging out near the timeline with a couple of three-pointers. Clark with 10. Now with 6. Stolke comes out. Clark's doubled. Hannah has the ball. Now in the corner, Gabby Marshall fakes and takes a 2 that is short from the right wing. Skipped off the right side of the iron to end the first quarter. Ohio State made their last 3 field goals to pull within 28-19. We have played one from Carver. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, Our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/corngrowsiowa.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network? It's free for 30 days. Want to test drive U.S. Cellular even faster? Just get a race car driver to be your personal chauffeur.
Just let me buckle my... Whoa! Hey, my calls and data work great out here.
Test drive U.S. Cellular free for 30 days. Named the leader in 5G coverage in Iowa.
You can pull over now. Please?
U.S. Cellular. Built for us. Terms apply. Awards based on open signal independent data. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We've played 10 minutes of basketball, and it has been back and forth. The Hawkeyes went on a 15-3 run, but then Ohio State closed the quarter, making their last 3 field goals to pull within 28-19.
Yeah, Rob, I would say the couple of key difference makers here. Iowa is out-rebounding Ohio State 13-8. That is huge. When Ohio State rebounds, they win. So to keep them from getting the boards is a huge reason why we're ahead. I would say we're also shooting very well, 50% from the field and the three-point line. I'd like to see us make a couple more bunnies. We've had a few missed bunnies that I think would have probably padded our score 6-8 points. But I think the key thing, too, is the Hawkeyes are attacking the rim. We're seeing a very confident Hannah Stolke out there. That needs to continue as the Hawks go into the second quarter.
Hawk fans, Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield knows you're here for every fadeaway, every alley-oop, every buzzer beater. And Wellmark is here for every moment as well, with trusted health coverage committed to making healthcare better. Learn more at wellmark.com/hoops. Don't forget that you can also set up the best zone defense from home heating costs this winter. You can tune up your furnace, seal up drafts around your home, and visit MidAmericanEnergy.com to find more ways to keep warm with less energy. Don't have to worry about that today. Temperature in the 70s.
Literally, as you were saying, reading your little bit, I'm fanning myself. It's hot in here, too.
Yeah, that beats the first 3 weeks of January, right?
Yeah.
Well, of course, postseason, we'll start with the Big Ten tournament. There'll be a couple of games on Wednesday. The Hawkeyes will not play until Friday night. We do know that for sure. If Iowa is the number 2 seed, Iowa will be at 5:30. If they are the number 3 seed, that will be an 8 o'clock tip. I'm hoping for the 2 seed.
I agree. Those 8 o'clock games, I mean, Rob, my bedtime is 8 o'clock. So when we do these late games, I got to get revved up mentally.
Well, we've had a few of those, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
28-19. Hawkeyes with the lead in the basketball. First possession, second quarter. Hawks going to the basket to our right. Here's Kate Martin holding. Gets it to Caitlin Clark on the right wing. Dribbles behind her back. Now tries to back into the paint. Gets there. Then has the ball taken away. Nice job defensively by Ohio State. Get it down court. Theory. And she gets the layup. She just kind of finger rolled it across.
Yeah. I thought it was maybe going to slide out, but
didn't use the glass. Went right over the front of the iron with that one. And we've got a foul away from the ball. That's going to go against Cody McMahon, displacing Stolke, and that's 2.
Yeah, another big foul.
Clark gets it back from Stolke. 3, swish, right at the top of the key. Clark so good coming off those screens.
And so pure, such a pure shot. I mean, I think our listeners could hear the swish from here.
31-21. Hawks go back up by 10. Theory gets it off to Taylor. She drives paint from the right wing. Now back outside McMahon. Mid-range jumper, no good, right wing. Martin the rebound. Clark to Stolke underneath. Count it! And now a whistle and waved off. Called for traveling is Hannah Stolke.
I don't know about that, but let's see here. I don't know. That's a a tough call. It could go either way.
Well, it's either going to be a foul on Sheldon for a reach, or Stalkey with the travel. Hawks with the turnover, 31-21. Iowa on top by 10. Here's Green with the basketball for the Buckeyes. She drives down the right side, and some miscommunication with Sheldon, but JC able to retrieve the basketball with 10 to shoot. Michalashikova hands it off. Green fires from 16 and gets the roll just off the right elbow. Clark tried to get a pass to Davis, and it's picked off by Sheldon into the hands of Taylor. Pulls up her dribble on the right wing. One of those long cross-court passes that got picked off. Green now to Taylor. She fires mid-range, no good. Rebound in the paint to Davis. Brings it across the timeline, 31-23 Iowa. Molly gets into the paint, goes up to the floater, has the ball batted away by Green into the hands of Taylor. Ohio State just quick hands defensively.
I was just going to say, we're seeing that strong defensive team on display right now. Just kind of getting involved in every little play with a little tip and a tap.
Well, their hands are so aggressive on the ball. Here's Sheldon, drives down the paint, now kicks it into the corner. Shoemate for three, swishes this one deep in the right corner. And now Clark will try to answer for three, and does, right at the top of the key. 12 on 4 threes for Caitlin Clark. Theory with the ball outside the paint on the right side. Gets it to Green. Now reversal to Taylor on the left wing, drives all the way to the rim. Layup to the right hand, left side, no good. Davis with the rebound, ahead to Clark, weaving her way to the left side, fakes a three, now to Kate Martin. Right side, Molly Davis, 34-26. Davis to Stalkey, right block, takes one dribble, now back to Clark, goes up, window, count it. And now a whistle in the backcourt as Davis goes down.
And she looks down.
The foul is on number 0, Madison Green.
Green will be charged with a foul in the backcourt. Not sure what happened to Molly.
Yeah.
As the Buckeyes were getting the ball in. And then obviously some contact there as Madison Green picks up the foul, and Molly's still down, and Dr. Brian Wolf is out there, and the trainers got out there very quickly, so it's going to be something that's going to take some time, I think.
It's not clear by what we can see even where the injury is. She's just kind of remained down, and her support is just kind of rubbing her back and talking her through whatever's going on.
6:39 left to go in the second quarter. 36-26, Hawkeyes by 10. And Molly laying on her back. Yeah, you hate to see this.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a break as they attend to Molly Davis on the court. Iowa 36, Ohio State 26 with 6:39 left to go in quarter number 2. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Ohio State with the basketball as they knock down a three-pointer. J.C. Sheldon has 12. Molly Davis was carried to the Iowa locker room, and the crowd chanting Molly to let her know how appreciative they are as Kate Martin missed the layup, got in deep, wide open, just flipped it up there short. 36-29, Hawkeyes with the lead. Ohio State with the basketball as they weave out front. Michalashikova hands it off to Sheldon, uses a screen, right wing. Now Michalashikova has to lob a pass out front to Taylor. Taylor will fire a three straight away and knock it down.
And it really appeared.
Ohio State gets a three and timeout Iowa.
And the crowd is booing because it really appeared that Michalashikova was moving on her screen. And Coach Bluder and Coach Jensen are looking for that call. That was kind of two possessions in a row where could have gone either way, I'd say.
So Taylor knocks down the three straight away. Has 5. She had 12 the last game against Michigan. So 4 of the 5 starters for Ohio State have scored.
I think
a 4-point game.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast, it can shift when you have two teams of this caliber. But I think from a defensive standpoint, if the Hawkeyes stay in that man-to-man defense, they have got to talk on those screens. Ohio State is basically running a weave up top with Michalashikova setting a screen one way and then the other and then the other. So they're going to need to talk, show big on those screens or go above, because we know that Ohio State is perfectly capable of hitting that three as well.
Ohio State on a 6-0 run the last 44 seconds. You talk about those three-pointers. Ohio State 6 out of 9, 66.7%. Not great on the year, but good at 35%.
They haven't typically, that has not been their bread and butter, and we're seeing tonight that they're perfectly capable and nothing to take for granted on the Hawkeyes' part.
University of Iowa Energy Collaborative is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this season, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Also, if you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. Scoring for the Hawkeyes, Caitlin Clark has started to heat things up, has 14 on 4 of 8 from 3. Does have one 2-point field goal. Anna Stalky has 10 on 4 of 5 from the floor. Gabby Marshall with a couple of 3-pointers for 6. And then 2 apiece for Falter, O'Grady, and Feuerbach. 12 for J.C. Sheldon, averages 18, leading scorer for the Buckeyes. And then a couple of players, 3 to be exact, with 5. That includes Theory, Madison Green, and Celeste Taylor. So Molly Davis out of the game for now. And hopefully she's going to be okay. Was down for quite a while, then was able to sit up and then carried right to the locker room.
Still kind of not clear on what, we didn't see her grabbing an ankle or a knee, so not sure from just pure observation what might have happened.
Or if she maybe hit her head on the floor or something.
Yep.
Now, obviously, Davis being a starter, we'll see who kind of grabs her minutes coming off the bench, whether it's Kylie Feuerbach, a Falter. Both those players have been playing very good basketball.
I was just going to say, great options. However Coach Bluder slices it out, I think we all feel confident in either of them on the court.
And that's the depth that we've talked about all season long, where Iowa's been able to play 8 or 9 deep. Right now, it's O'Grady, Martin, Falter, Marshall, and Clark in a 36-32 basketball game. Hawks with the lead and the ball with 5:32 left to go. Second quarter. Here's Clark in the backcourt. Passes it front court to Falter in between the circles. Now to Kate Martin. Like to get Kate going offensively.
Yep.
Now Clark on the right wing. Fakes left, drives right side, lost control of the ball. Up and under, shot no good. Flipped it up over her head. And the rebound taken down by J.C. Sheldon. Brings it across the timeline for the Buckeyes. Angles left side. Now here's McMahon. Gets a pass inside. Now McMahon gets it back for 3. Rimming no. And Clark the rebound. Caitlin jogs it across the timeline. Iowa by 4. Angles left side. Double comes out on her. Now Martin on the right side. Free throw line extended. Falter in between the circles. Looks inside. Now dribbles to the right side. Cross-court pass to Kate Martin. Fires a 3. No good. And the ball tapped around and dug up by Taylor. Taylor across the timeline. And she tried to get it to Theory along the baseline. Ball popped up in the air by Clark and out of bounds as McCabe comes in. And a Stalky as well for Marshall and O'Grady. Ohio State basketball along the baseline. Sheldon gets it in to Taylor, who fires a three-pointer short and goes after her own rebound, but dug up by Clark. Caitlin brings it across the timeline. Now to a Falter along the baseline. Layup good off the window.
Cynthia Falter didn't even dribble that basketball. Got to the hoop. Great pass by Caitlin Clark.
5 assists for CC. 38-32. Hawkeyes with the advantage. Sheldon on the left wing. McCabe comes out on her. Hawks in a 2-3 zone. Plays catch with Taylor. Now a lob pass intended for Theory. Intercepted by Martin to Clark. Down court to Anna Stalky. And it's too far. That long down court pass from half court. Goes out of bounds along the baseline to Ohio State. We're under 4. Second quarter. 38-32 Iowa. Here's Theory in between the circles, and a steal attempt by Clark. Caitlin commits her first foul. Ohio State basketball on the side. Theory gets it into Taylor. Right side Sheldon. Now Theory pops out in between the circles. McMahon that same area. Theory free throw line extended right. Drops it into Michalashikova. She's doubled. Spins baseline. Lost control of her footwork. And a foul is going to be called on Hannah Stalky.
I always try to stay partial. I don't love that call, but I guess as I rewatch it on the monitor, it did look like Hannah did make some contact there.
That's her first ball possession for Ohio State. Hawkeyes on top, 38-32. Taylor receives a pass in between the circles. Clark comes out on her. Dribbles to the right side. Now here's Madison Green. Sheldon left wing. Now baseline turnaround jumper. Taylor good just outside the paint. She has 7. Clark across the timeline. Thinks about a 3 on the left wing. Now gets it to McCabe. Taylor bounce pass to Kate Martin. Drives in, left-handed layup. No. Stalky rebound. Putback is good.
Great cut by Kate Martin. Missed that layup. And, of course, Hannah's there to save the day.
40-34. Hawkeyes now by 6. We're under 3, second quarter. Here's Green, left wing. Gets it to Taylor. Drives baseline. Kicks it right side. Sheldon now in the corner. Michalashikova, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Stolke. Gets it to Clark across the timeline. She's got 14 and will fire a three. Strong off the back of the iron, and the rebound of Falter sticks it back in off the window after it went off the hands of Kate Martin. In deep, Sheldon couldn't finish. Hawkeye defense was there. Clark across the timeline, angles right side, whips a pass in the corner to a Falter. Now dribbles, now bounce pass to Stolke, gets it outside the paint, and contact and a charge is going to be called on Sida Falter. That just took place out on the left side of the court.
Yeah. Again, it's hard to see. It couldn't be any further away from our vantage point, but...
Well, there was a collision, and they called a Falter for the foul. That'll be her second, 42-34, 2:08 left to go second quarter. Feuerbach in, a Falter out. Ohio State basketball. Madison Green across the timeline. In between the circles. Keeps that right-handed dribble going, and now will fire a three-pointer. Strong off the window, but the ball comes right to J.C. Sheldon as she backs it up on the left wing. Cross-court pass, Green. Now Harris back into the game. Lobs a pass inside to McMahon. She goes up and finishes off the window in the paint. It's only her second basket. She has 4. It's 42-36. And Feuerbach trying to cross over Ricky Harris and dribbled it off the foot of Harris and out of bounds. So Iowa basketball along the baseline with 1:33 left to go, 22 on the shot clock. Clark gets it in to Stolke. Now back to Caitlin. Bounce pass. Tried to get it inside to Martin. And the ball goes out of bounds. Touched last by the Hawkeyes. Not much space there.
No.
That window closed in a hurry.
Especially with a team like Ohio State. Those are tough passes because they are going to be active and get in the passing lanes.
10 turnovers on the Hawkeyes. Harris, bounce pass, right wing, Madison Green. Now back to Harris, reverses it to Sheldon for 3. No good, skipped off the front of the iron. Hannah Stolke the rebound. Ahead to Clark in the front court. Turns the corner, drives down the left side, spins, now back to Kate. One dribble, Kylie Feuerbach, free throw line extended right. Gets it in deep to Stolke, but a push is going to be called first on J.C. Sheldon. That's her second.
Again, Hannah Stolke, what she's doing this game is drawing the fouls. She knew she had a mismatch on her. She knew she had J.C. Sheldon. She maximized that.
Hawks get it in. Feuerbach, bounce pass in the paint to Clark. She spins, goes up, and finishes. Just floated the ball over the front of the rim.
She's been wanting that. She's missed a couple of those bunnies. She wanted to prove that she could belly up and muscle it up.
Almost a steal by Clark, who has 16. Here's Green for 3, rimming no. Missed it from the left wing with 35 seconds left to go in the quarter. 10 is the differentiation on the shot to game clock. Clark one basket away from passing Pete Maravich, the all-time NCAA scoring. And there's a three-pointer, no good, just a little bit short. That one from the right wing. Ohio State with the rebound. Gets it into the corner. Harris for 3, got it down. And now with 2 seconds, down court pass to Stolke, goes up a reach on Green on the layup attempt with 0.3 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
Again, Stolke drawing another foul. Caught the ball strong, stayed focused with 0.3 seconds.
And now a technical foul is going to be called on the Buckeyes. Did they get Cody McMahon for the tee?
So that's going to be her third foul, which is monumental to get her out of the game.
It's either on Mishala Shikova or Cody McMahon, we believe. But regardless, the Hawkeyes are going to shoot some free throws here on top, 44-39. So Stolke will get 2 after the foul.
Definitely looks like they've kept that foul on Cody McMahon. Oh, nope. As I say that, I think
now they're going to go to the monitor, or the officials.
Yeah.
Might even going back to take a look at that three-point shot by Harris in the corner to make sure that was a three. It was deep in the right corner.
Because I was trying to figure out what would be the thing to be reviewed.
So we did confirm that the technical foul on Cody McMahon, so that results in her third foul.
That's her third foul. So she has gotten herself into foul trouble, which is obviously a huge benefit for the Hawks going into halftime.
And now did she push Caitlin Clark after the play or right before the play ended? And she is still fired up.
Still fired up.
One more and she's gone. So Hannah Stuckey and Kevin McGuff got her out of the game. Stuckey knocks down the free throw. 0.3 seconds left on the clock. Hannah's second, perfect.
There we go. Big free throws there by Hannah Stuckey. Again, remember, we have the potential to get 4 points here with 0.3 seconds left. That's huge going into halftime.
So Clark now with 17. Is the record setter going to be on a free throw? It is another chart topper for Caitlin Clark as she passes Pete Maravich as the all-time scoring leader, men or women, in NCAA history.
We have witnessed history, Rob. This is a moment. This is a moment.
And 0.3 left to go. Lob to Stuckey. Alley-oop. Cut it off the window at the buzzer. You couldn't draw it up any better than that.
Absolutely not. Wow. A 6-point swing in 0.3 seconds. That is what you call a well-coached, calm and confident Hawkeye squad.
What a finish to the quarter. Iowa 48, Ohio State 39, in just an electric atmosphere inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. And Caitlin Clark on a free throw, a technical free throw, passes Pete Maravich, and now stands alone as the all-time scoring leader, men or women, in NCAA history. Another notch for Clark.
Yeah, I mean, I think this pretty much solidifies. She's gotten them all, right? This was the cherry on top.
At the Division I level.
At the Division I level, this was the cherry on top, and perfect. Could not ask for a better way to do it. Get it done in the first half and have some fun.
And the Hawks are having some fun and lead it at the half, 48-39. The Bud Light halftime show is next. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hi, it's your friend, social media. You know, where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. You know, talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to? Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
Whether you're building a backyard fence for your family's new best friend or firing up the excavator for your next commercial project, A free and simple call can save you from expensive fines and even save your life. Call 811 at least 2 days before you start your next project to have underground utility lines located and marked. At Mid-American Energy, your safety is our #1 priority. So, make it your priority to call 811 before you dig. Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Brought to you by Authentic Brand, the premium label of choice. Hy-Vee, score big savings with the new Hy-Vee Perks membership. Iowa Lottery, be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Honda, to see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. And by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. This is the Bud Light Halftime Show. Now back to courtside.
48-39, the Hawkeyes on a 6-0 run with 0.3 seconds left to go. Find that somewhere else.
Exactly. I would like to know if that's ever been done before.
4 free throws and then an alley-oop to Hannah Stolke, who had a outstanding first half as well with 14 points. And this is the Bud Light Halftime Show, brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light, proud sponsor of Iowa Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. How about the first half numbers?
Well, Rob, we've got Caitlin Clark leading the way. Now the all-time leading scorer of the NCAA, men or women, with 18 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. As you mentioned, Hannah Stolke, really the X factor today. 14 points, 4 rebounds. Gabby Marshall with her 2 threes for 6 points. Cynia Falter, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Addie O'Grady, Kylie Fierbach in there with 2 points apiece. Kate Martin is quiet tonight on offense. Hasn't scored, but has 7 rebounds, so is contributing in any way that she can. The Hawks have 24 rebounds to Ohio State's 14. That is huge. Another big important statistic. They have 10 points off of free throws, and Ohio State has been to the line 4 times. For the Buckeyes, they are led by J.C. Sheldon with 12 points. Taylor Thierry has 5 points. Cody McMahon, very quiet, with 4 points. Ricky Harris with 6. Madison Green with 5. So you've got their starters who average typically in double digits. We're holding them so far today, keeping them pretty quiet. The Buckeyes are shooting 42% from the field, 43% from behind the three-point line, compared to the Hawks, 50% from the field and 42%. I'm impressed by the Hawks' 20 points in the paint to Ohio State's 10, and the Hawks have 10 points off the bench as well.
That's our halftime stats report, brought to you by Hy-Vee. You can score big savings with the all-new, totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. Iowa 48, Ohio State 39. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Back with more on the Bud Light Halftime Show. Iowa 48, Ohio State 39. This is Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball from Learfield.
Want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Watch the exciting Iowa women's basketball team play in the Big Ten tournament. Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited has just a few rooms available at the Marquette Hotel in downtown Minneapolis. The hotel is located just a few blocks and within an easy walk to the Target Center. This package is 2-night hotel only on March 8th and 9th with an option to purchase additional nights. Go to duagency.com to book this official Hawkeye women's basketball package. Click on vacations and group travel. Don't miss Hawkeye women's basketball in the Big Ten tournament. duagency.com.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat. Nice. Which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Hey Iowans, Luka Garza here. For me to get to the NBA, I've worked on my speed, precision, and my shot. For you to get to the NBA, all you need is the Iowa Lottery. First, play bonus multiplier scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Then, enter non-winning tickets for your chance to win a VIP suite experience with the Minnesota Timberwolves, including food, hotel, and $1,000 cash. Plus, center court seats to see the Iowa Wolves. Enter today and see rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back on the Bud Light Halftime Show. The Hawkeyes on top 48-39. You can play the exclusive Hawkeye scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery with nearly 2,500 retailers in the state. It's easy to find Hawkeye scratch tickets. Visit ialottery.com for details and join the VIP club today. Today's game is also brought to you by the Corridor Media Group, which publishes the Corridor Business Journal and the Quad Cities Regional Business Journal. Nobody covers local and regional business news better. Subscribe today at corridorbusiness.com. Update on Molly Davis. It's a knee injury and will not return in this ball game.
Well, that is a bummer, and we hope, obviously, every Hawkeye fan sends her the best. This is not good timing either, as we have such a great game and such a great atmosphere, but hoping everything works out as best it can for her.
48-39, Hawkeyes over the Buckeyes. Back with more on the Bud Light Halftime Show from courtside Carver Hawkeye Arena. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
To anyone passing through our state, fields and fields of corn might be what they see. But the people who call Iowa home know it's so much more. Corn is ethanol, a homegrown, renewable fuel. Corn is delicious pork, beef, poultry, and dairy. Corn is in 4,000 products we rely on every day. So yeah, our highway views are full of corn, and we're proud of it. Because corn grows Iowa. Show your support for Iowa corn farmers at iowacorn.org/fan of corn.
Hey, it's your friend, Social Media. You know, where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. Talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to. Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Hawkeyes back on the court. Basket to our left, warming up, getting ready for half number 2. 48-39, Iowa over Ohio State. Let's check the U.S. Bank scoreboard as Big Ten scores. Penn State all over Minnesota in the fourth. A depleted Gopher team, 55-21. Northwestern an early lead at Rutgers, 11-2. And Michigan State and Wisconsin are tied at 6. And Maryland at Indiana. That is a 2 o'clock start. And Nebraska and Illinois, a 3 o'clock start. And then tonight, it is Purdue at Michigan. Iowa will be either the 2 or 3 seed in next weekend's Big Ten women's basketball tournament. A 2 if they defeat Ohio State this afternoon. We'll see how the final 20 go. Iowa 48, Ohio State 39. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
Did you know that UI ranks near the top of the EPA's Green Power Leaderboard? With 84% of our energy coming from renewable sources. Now you can be a part of the team that makes it happen. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, our partner in a collaborative, ENGIE North America, is now offering part-time, on-campus positions where you can get hands-on, career-inspiring experience in sustainable utility systems management. Check out the jobs and apply now at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community, the hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, and the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community, garage, indoor pool, and more. Visit melrosemeadows.com for more information.
Just about ready for the third quarter as we close out the Bud Light halftime show. The scores, top 25. LSU and Kentucky just underway. LSU 6, Kentucky 2. Same for North Carolina State and Wake Forest. Louisville and Maryland. That is 8-7 Cardinals in the first. A couple of finals. South Carolina has defeated Tennessee. That streak the Gamecocks putting together, hard to believe. 2 straight years, won every game except one, and that, as we know, was the semifinal game at the Final Four, 76-68 over Tennessee. Baylor has defeated Oklahoma State 67-45. So, Sydney Falter gets the start here in the third quarter. Molly Davis done for today. Knee injury. Wish Molly the best. could not put any pressure on either one of her legs when she left. She was being carried to the locker room. So that's the only change for the Hawkeyes. So it'll be Martin, Marshall, Stolke, Clark, and a falter. Theory, Sheldon, Taylor, Michalashikova, and Cody McMahon, who picked up that technical foul right at the end of the second quarter. So we'll see how her mental state is here in the third quarter. Ohio State basketball. Sheldon in between the circles, gives it to Theory on the right side. A falter on her, drives toward the baseline, pulls up her dribble, tries to create some space, goes up and gets the shot to go.
Wow, that was an incredible move because Cynthia Falter played some pretty great defense there.
That is creating your own shot for sure. And it's 48-41. Lead cut to 7. Here's Clark, free throw line extended right. Slips a pass to Stolke, one dribble, and then tried to get it to Marshall, but it's picked off by Theory. Here's Sheldon. Gets into the lane, layup, no good. Missed a rather easy one. Stolke the rebound. Gets it to Marshall across the timeline. Hands to Clark out near the timeline. Taylor comes out on her. Now Sita Falter on the right side. Looks with 10 to shoot. Hands it off to Clark. In between the circles. Now drives right side. Step back three-pointer. That's an air ball. The ball goes out of bounds. Not much there offensively. The Hawkeyes just kind of couldn't get anything going. And finally a desperation three shot by Clark. Sheldon across the timeline. Michalashikova back to Sheldon. Out near the top of the key. Now inside, McMahon backs down. Martin goes up and scores. All of a sudden it's 48-43. Now Falter on the right wing. Now Marshall in between the circles. Taylor face guarding Clark. Now to Martin and a whistle underneath. Away from the ball. Going to be called on Michalashikova.
Which is her second foul. So again, keep the foul train rolling here in the second half.
Clark will inbounds the ball along the baseline, looks, and then drops it into Gabby Marshall. And a trip will be called on J.C. Sheldon. That's 3 on her.
Yep. Fouls have been the 6th player in this game so far.
So we'll do it again. Clark gets it into a Falter. Free throw line extended left. 48-43 Iowa. A Falter now puts it on the floor. Baseline goes up. Wave off the basket though, and a charge will be called on Sita Falter. That's her third.
Well, I think that was probably a good call by the refs. I do love to see that aggressiveness by Sita Falter. She's going to come grab a seat as she's got her, as you mentioned, her third foul. But I like the attacking the hoop as she just did.
But you got to be careful now.
Exactly.
With
now
the foul
she's
issues. With Molly Davis not available. 48-43, 2 minutes in. Third quarter. McMahon, paint, goes up strong, and she's pushed. And you got a little fire.
I was just going to say, you can tell that she is in the zone. She's working the paint, and if there was a thought bubble over her head, it would be, get the ball to me right now. And the Hawks are going to have to zero in because she was the X factor in the last game.
2 free throws, short on the first. Hannah Stolke the foul, her second. Second one just barely grazed the front of the rim. 48-43. Stolke in the corner. Three-pointer. Marshall, no. Rebound outside of the paint taken by McMahon. Gets it to Taylor, lost control of it, but saved it. And now to Sheldon, to Michalashikova for 3, right wing, good. That's her first basket.
And we knew she could hit that 3. So we'll just want to keep an eye on her as well.
Yeah, she's a 37% three-point shooter. Here's Clark. Lob pass in to Stolke underneath the basket. Whips it around to Martin. Now to Clark, right wing. Step back three straight away. Got it.
From the logo.
51-46. Clark with 21. Buckeyes get it to Michalashikova in the paint. Back out to Theory on the right wing. Dribbles between her legs, and here's a steal by Feuerbach. Takes a dribble, bounce pass, and it's picked off by Taylor. Tried to get it to Marshall. Contact in the backcourt, and Feuerbach takes the charge against Taylor. Great positioning. Feuerbach tried to get a bounce pass ahead to Marshall, just a little bit late. It was there initially.
And again, with this particular team, oh shoot.
And then Martin tried to get it to Clark. She throws it away. Here's McMahon, and she tried to get it underneath to Theory, and it's picked off by Feuerbach. Feuerbach racing in the front court, gets it to Marshall. Three, swish from the right wing.
Assist Feuerbach, nailed the three. Gabby Marshall. That is some team basketball right there. We are seeing players step up and come to play today.
Kylie Feuerbach takes a charge and gets a steal, and Kevin McGuff out to talk to the official that called that charge, as Ohio State has called timeout with 6:31 left to go in the third. Hawkeyes 54, Buckeyes 46. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships. Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluder and Fran McCaffrey this fall. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as all the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. By 2025, we'll rely completely on climate-friendly, alternative fuels. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle these new fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Buckeyes on a 6-0 run the last 48 seconds. 3 turnovers for the Buckeyes in the last minute 9. Clark has now made 5 3-pointers. Leads all scorers with 21. Working together is how you win. That's why Mid-American Energy's roster of wind, solar, and other energy sources works together to keep your service safe and reliable 24/7. Learn more at midamericanenergy.com. Don't forget to stay tuned for our postgame show, as we will bring you live coverage of Senior Day, sponsored by AARP Iowa. AARP Iowa is proud to support the Hawkeye seniors, both on and off the court. Learn more about all the ways that AARP is helping Iowans thrive as they age by visiting aarp.org/IA. 54-46, 6:31 left to go in the third quarter. Clark, Martin, Feuerbach, Marshall, Stolke. Molly Davis injured in the second quarter, not available the rest of the day. Ohio State basketball. Sheldon across the timeline. Marshall has hit 3 threes. Now the Hawkeyes come out in that 2-3 zone defense. They were going to mix things up. Here's McMahon on the right wing. Kicks it back to Taylor for 3. Left to the top of the key. No. Stuckey skies for the board. And then Kate Martin couldn't hang on to it and lost it out of bounds.
I like this 2-3 zone because it's going to force Ohio State to shoot and make the 3.
Feuerbach almost a steal. Bats the ball toward the scorer's table.
She is in the defensive zone right now. 2 steals alone in the third quarter and obviously took that charge. Almost got the steal here.
Just has a little extra quickness today. 54-46. Ohio State gets it in. Here's Taylor on the left wing. Drives into the paint. Now kicks it back to Michalashikova, who swishes the 3-pointer on the left wing. 6'4" player stepping out to knock down her second 3. Clark comes off a screen, fakes a 3 on the right wing, now gets all the way into the paint. Shot is up and good. A twisting right-handed layup. She has 23.
Definitely a magical move there.
Here's a steal by Feuerbach. All the way in. Kylie, layup good.
Wow, Kylie Feuerbach. Bravo. Defense turning into offense. She is the little engine that could this game. Fueling us, keeping us moving. Lots to be proud of today.
Timeout, Ohio State, as the Hawkeyes have made their last 4 from the field. The Buckeyes, thanks to Kylie Feuerbach, have turned it over 4 times in the last 2 minutes and 19 seconds with 5:21 left to go in the third. Hawk fans enjoying this one so far. 58-49, Iowa with the advantage. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Hawkeyes have led for 22 minutes and 30 seconds so far, just 43 seconds for Ohio State. Both teams have scored 10 in the third quarter, and it was Ohio State that had the advantage in this quarter, first 2 or 3 minutes, and then the Hawkeyes took charge, making 4 of their last 4, and in the quarter, Iowa 4 out of 6 from the field, 2 out of 4 from the three-point arc. Ohio State has been doing a good job getting the ball inside, and then Michalashikova has knocked down a couple of three-pointers. They have like numbers as well. 4 of 6 from the field, 2 out of 3 from 3, and 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Iowa does have the advantage in the rebounding category, 26-17. And both benches have produced so far in this game as well. Hawk fans, throughout the season, you can join Coach Bluder for Hawk Talk, presented by Oaknall at the Hyatt Regency in Coralville. And tomorrow night will be the season's final show from 6 until 7. You can visit HawkeyeSports.com for more information. We invite you to come out 6 until 7 tomorrow. Hawk Talk from the Hyatt Regency in Coralville, the final show of the year. 58-49. Hawkeyes lead it with 5:21 left to go in the third quarter, as Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated and voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year, proudly supports Hawkeye women's basketball. You can trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. Clark, McCabe, Stolke, Bierbach, and Kate Martin, the 5 for the Hawkeyes. It'll be Ohio State basketball along the sideline. Hawks by 9. Sheldon, left wing, drives outside the paint, about 15 feet away. And now Taylor gets it to Theory. Back to Taylor with 8 to shoot as we approach 5 left to go. Taylor drives down the left side, floater, bank shot, no good. And the ball knocked out of bounds, touched last by Clark, who had it. And then Michalashikova got in there to knock it away, but off the hand of Caitlin Clark. Ohio State basketball, but just 3.5 left to go on the shot clock. Sheldon lobs it in the paint. Theory stretches to go up and get it. Takes one dribble, lays it up and in. Theory with 9. And it's 58-51. Lead cut to 7. McCabe plays catch with Clark, who gets into the paint. Runner, window, no. Ball tapped out by Stolke. Dug up by Ohio State. Down court pass taken by Sheldon. This time the layup is good. That's her first basket since the second quarter. 58-53. Hawkeyes with Feuerbach. Drives down the right side, pulls up her dribble, hands it off to McCabe. With no Molly Davis, McCabe going to be playing more and has been. And now she's tied up on the left wing by Theory. And the Hawkeyes will have the possession arrow in their favor. Marshall for McCabe. Hawks will have it along the baseline. On top, 58-53, 4:11 left to go in the third quarter. Clark, bounce pass to Stolke. Now back to Caitlin on the left wing. Madison Green on her, step back 3, no good, as the ball's batted out by Stolke into the hands of Marshall. Now Feuerbach into Stolke, makes a move on the baseline in the paint, and a foul. Will go against Theory, her second.
Again, Hannah Stolke continues to be strong down low. It's just really difficult to guard.
Bounce pass to Martin. Pulls it back out in between the circles. Has yet to score today. Hands it off to Feuerbach. Now to Clark in between the circles. 8 to shoot. Angles right side. Now at the free throw line. Kicks it to Marshall. Fakes a 3. Now takes a 3. A little bit strong, and Stolke tries to save it from going out of bounds, and then is pushed. That'll be the third on Harris, who hasn't played much. And a technical is also going to be called on Ricky Harris.
This is just an example of, in these tense environments, how important it is to stay calm. Ohio State has not been able to maintain their composure. And in a game like this at 58-53, that makes a huge difference.
Second technical of the game called on Ohio State. So Stolke will shoot 2 after the initial foul. And then we'll get the technical free throws. Hannah's first is good. Right on line. Hannah with 15. Second one, a little bit strong off the back of the iron. And now Clark will shoot 2. Caitlin's first, good. She has 24. Surpassed Pete Maravich on a free throw. Second one, swish.
That's 12 points in free throws for the Hawkeyes. Again, big important factor in this game so far.
And the Hawks will have the basketball. 61-53. At 3.5 to go. Kate Martin blasts down the right side of the lane. Layup good off the window. Her first hoop.
There it is, Muscles Martin.
Kate only had 2 at Minnesota. 63-53, just like that. Hawkeyes get a double-digit advantage. Harris on the left wing, drives baseline, angles inside, goes up, contact, and a foul will be called on Stalky, her third.
On number 45, Hannah Stalky. That's her third personal foul. Team third.
It's a little bit of a bummer there because I do feel like Green was a little bit out of control on her drive, and a bummer that Hannah had to pick up her third foul on a play like that.
And that'll get O'Grady into the game. Next dead ball. Harris misfires the first free throw. One dribble, second one good. Harris had been a starter earlier in her Ohio State career. Now comes off the bench. O'Grady does get in the game. 63-54, 3:10 left to go, third quarter. Clark brings it into the front court. Green on her, hands it off to Marshall. Now Martin drives down the right side, spins, paint, bank shot, good in the paint. With authority.
With authority is exactly right. She knew, she had in her mind what she was going to do, and she executed.
65-54, Sheldon has a three-pointer blocked by Feuerbach, dug up by McMahon. Now the ball tapped away by Marshall. Gabby tries to save it from going out of bounds. Can't. Buckeye basketball.
The hustle on display today for the Hawkeyes. And again, a block shot on a three-pointer from Kylie Feuerbach. Wow. Put her on SportsCenter, folks. That's pretty amazing stuff.
Green in the backcourt for Ohio State. Brings it across the timeline in between the circles. There's a big knee brace on that left side, and then tried to get it to Theory. Stolen away by Feuerbach. Ahead to Clark. Pushes it to Marshall. Three. Count it. Deep in the corner.
Here we go.
Timeout, Buckeyes.
Gabby Marshall is back.
Well, it's March.
Of course. It's Gabby Marshall season is what March is. But how about Kylie Feuerbach with the defense? I believe that's her fourth or fifth steal.
4 steals.
4th steal, a block shot. Woo!
Gabby Marshall, 4 out of 6 from deep this afternoon. She was 4 out of 7 in that category at Minnesota Wednesday night. Got a commemorative basketball before the game for going over 1,000 career points. But more importantly, 8 threes the last 2 games, and we still have a ways to go in this one with 2:17 left to go in the third. Iowa 68, the Buckeyes 54. Today's game is brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Martin, O'Grady, Feuerbach, Clark, Marshall. If you joined us late, Molly Davis suffered a knee injury in the second quarter, out for the rest of this game. Ohio State basketball along the sideline. Taylor gets it in, finally, to Sheldon. Hands it back to Taylor. Ohio State working the ball around the outer arc. Taylor gets it back. Now Michalashikova tries to go to work, and then Fury has it batted away underneath by Clark. Gets it back from Martin. Caitlin across the timeline to Martin for three. Count it! Kate Martin drills a three-pointer right at the top of the key. 7 in the quarter.
Kate Martin does not mess around. She came into this quarter quiet, and here she is.
McMahon, turnaround, 14-foot jumper, gets it to go from straight away. She's been quiet, has 8. Clark all the way to the hoop. Left-handed layup, no, but contact and a foul. That'll be the second on Taylor. And Clark at the free throw line, where she is 4 out of 4 this afternoon. And you can add to that 5 out of 5, 26 for Caitlin. Now 27, coming off of 33 against the Gophers. 73-56. 1:30 left to go in the third. Hawks on top. Buckeyes working the ball against the 2-3 zone around the arc. Sheldon plays catch with Taylor, who fires a three-pointer and knocks it down left to the top of the key. That gets her into double figures with 10. She had 12 against the Wolverines in the last ball game for the Buckeyes. Here's Clark. Marshall. Martin drives down the right side of the lane, spins, puts it up, and doesn't get the roll from 7. Michalashikova the rebound. 73-59. Hawkeyes on top. Here's Sheldon. Gets to the top of the key. Now Taylor. Michalashikova. Hawks come out on her. She takes a couple dribbles, then fires a 17-foot jump shot just off the left elbow and knocks it down. She has 8 all in the third quarter, and it's 73-61. Hawkeyes will have Clark out near the timeline with 12 to shoot. Ohio State will get the ball back. Clark spins, goes all the way down the lane, and lays it up and in, untouched from the right wing.
Just a straight up layup for Caitlin Clark.
75-61, Sheldon with 5 seconds. Step back 3, left to the top of the key. Swish. J.C. Sheldon now with 17 to close the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth. The Hawks have been hot, making 5 of their last 6. Ohio State likewise, 4 of their last 4. 75-64, Hawks over the Bucks. We'll head to the fourth. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hey Hawkeyes, while your hard-at-working class are on the court, there's a team behind the scenes making sure that the power keeps going, the water keeps flowing, and the temps inside are just right. Introducing the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. The collaborative is a public-private partnership between UI, NG, and Meridium. It delivers the funds UI needs to drive our academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Check it out at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost, so see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
The final 10 minutes of the regular season. coming up with Iowa leading Ohio State 75-64. Of course, Ohio State won the first meeting in Columbus back in January, 100-92 in overtime. Hawkeyes had an opportunity to win that in the fourth quarter. Credit Ohio State for getting the job done. And now the Hawks will try to get it done here in the fourth and take that momentum into the Big Ten tournament next weekend.
I think what we are seeing here that is so promising is the continued solid play of so many of this Hawkeye team, right? Kylie Fierbach's having herself a day. Gabby Marshall's back. Kate Martin, 0 points, and then just scored 7 in the third quarter alone. So I think that's what makes it so exciting, is because right when they need to show us the most, people are stepping up.
If you or someone you know needs support now, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. You can also earn $250 when you open an eligible checking account at the Tiffin branch or online. Get rewarded for banking with Farmers State Bank. Visit myfsbonline.com for complete details. Subject to approval, minimum $50 deposit, requires e-statements and direct deposit. Member FDIC. Kylie Fierbach has played almost 12 minutes, has 4 points, and has 4 steals, and her plus minus, which is how many points you are ahead during the game when you're in the game, is at 14.
That's pretty incredible.
That's a team high, along with Hannah Stolke. Ohio State basketball, 75-64. Hawks with the lead. And Taylor will fire a three-pointer straight away. No. Michalashikova gets the rebound in the paint. Gets it back to McMahon. Now Michalashikova, she's come alive here in half number 2. Loses control of the ball along the baseline and out of bounds. Iowa basketball.
And Hannah Stolke came to play today. She is fearless. She is matched up against a really tough 6'4", 6'5" Michalashikova. She is not fazed.
And McMahon, with three-quarters court pressure, pokes the ball out of bounds with her left hand. Iowa will retain possession on top, 75-64. Just underway, fourth quarter. Hawks will have to be able to handle this pressure.
Yep.
And gets the pass at half court to a Falter, who drives, hands it off to Stolke, layup, no. Loose ball, dug up by Taylor. That was the right idea to attack. Taylor in between the circles, hands it to McMahon, now back to Taylor. And now Michalashikova for 3, rimming no. Missed it left to the top of the key. Clark the rebound. Brings it herself across the timeline, now gets into the paint all the way up, and a whistle underneath. 2 shots for Clark, as Taylor will pick up her third. Clark 6 out of 6 at the line. Also has 8 rebounds, to make that 8 assists, 5 rebounds. And now 30 points.
Man, she kind of got that a little bit quieter than usual, I feel like.
And the free throw no good, and then going after the rebound, tapped out of bounds by Stolke along the baseline, 76-64. Sheldon across the timeline. Michalashikova at the elbow. Takes one dribble, hands to Sheldon. And now back to Michalashikova for 3. Drills it right at the top of the key.
She can shoot the 3, that is for sure.
Has 11, shoots him at 37%. A Falter in the front court, 76-67. Falter, free throw line extended right. Gets it to Martin in between the circles. Here's Stolke coming off a screen. Gets it back to Kate. She drives down the left side. Martin up and under. Layup good. Sheldon had no answer.
No answer. Love
mode that Kate Martin is in.
That's 9 all since halftime. 78-67. Mishlashikova. Lob pass into McMahon. Turnaround jumper. Paint short. Clark the rebound. Gets away from 2 scarlet shirts, and then the ball batted up in the air. But then it's a falter to Stolke. Left-handed layup. 2 for Hannah Stolke. She's fouled. What a sequence there.
Wow. Power move by Hannah Stolke. But what a pass by Sydney Falter, really sort of across the court.
After the ball was batted up in the air by Ohio State. Short on the free throw by Hannah Stolke. Rebound down to J.C. Sheldon. Hawkeyes point guard in the front court. Now gives it off to Mikolashikova. Now Sheldon. Way out at the 30-foot mark. Gives it to Cody McMahon. Now Mikolashikova. Hands it back to McMahon. They leave her alone from three-point range. 6 to shoot as she gets it over to Taylor and has it knocked away by Clark. McMahon gets it, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Theory made the three-pointer, but well after.
What defense by the Hawkeyes. What they are doing right now in that 2-3 zone is they are packing the paint. They are stepping away from them, saying, hey, shoot the three, make the three-pointer. Ohio State is struggling to get anything going offensively.
80-67, the Hawkeyes on top. Ohio State did get a hand on the basketball in pressure defense, but the Hawks got it back. Here's Clark. She has it knocked away. Both teams get on the floor. Clark retrieves the basketball and calls timeout to save the possession. 30-second timeout taken by the Hawkeyes. Kevin McGuff out talking to the officials. 2 technicals have been called on Ohio State players today. Ricky Harris got one, and Cody McMahon got the other. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for men and women in the United States. We need expert care from specialists who know your heart condition inside and out. UI Heart and Vascular Centers have advanced trained cardiologists that use state-of-the-art diagnostic tools. Make an appointment today at uihc.org/HVC. Don't forget, Hawk fans, that you can drive your team to a win this season by filling up with unleaded 88 with quick rewards at any Quick-Star location. Fuel up with 8 gallons or more of unleaded 88, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win great prize packs this season. Quick-Star, proud partner of Hawkeye women's basketball. Clark with 30. Stolke with 17, Marshall with 12 on 4 of 6 from 3, and Kate Martin with 9, all in the third and fourth quarters.
Yeah, she came alive. I think in her mind she is like, we will not lose this game, and I will do whatever it takes to make sure I play my role in that.
Ohio State, of course, has won the outright Big Ten championship with only 1 loss. That was at Indiana. And coming into today's action, Iowa and Indiana both 4-3. The Hawkeyes would get the number 2 seed with a win today. Or in Indiana loss, they host Maryland a little bit later on. Then in 4th place, Nebraska at 11-6, Michigan State at 10-6, and then Maryland at 8-8, Penn State at 8-9, Michigan at 8-9. Probably a likely opponent for the Hawkeyes, Penn State or Michigan, if Iowa wins.
Yeah, both are tough teams. Have some areas of potential.
Ohio State certainly won't go away.
No.
Too good of a basketball team. They've won too many games. Kevin McGuff in his 11th season, approaching 200 wins at Ohio State. Was at Xavier and Washington previously. Iowa by 13, 80-67, 7:31 left to go. These two teams did go overtime in Columbus. Hawkeyes have led the entire afternoon. Hawkeye basketball. A falter along the sideline, gets it into Clark in the backcourt against J.C. Sheldon. Lob pass right side. Gabby Marshall looks inside, gets it to Stalkey. Outside the paint. Now lob back to Clark on the right wing. Now to Stalkey. One dribble. Back out to a falter. Gets the ball to Martin. Three-pointer left wing, no. Stalkey the rebound. Goes back up off the window and finishes.
Hannah Stalkey. She is in the zone. She is focused. She's grabbing boards, and she is attacking Ohio State.
Stalkey with 19. Here's McMahon in the paint. Fires it right side to Theory. Puts it on the floor all the way to the window. Double clutch shot is up and good. She has 11, 82-69. 6:40 left to go. Clark three, right side, rimming no. And the ball tapped out of bounds. Touch last by the Buckeyes on the rebound. Feuerbach for Martin.
Replacing senior number 20, Kate Martin.
Clark will throw it in. Left of the hoop on the baseline. Does so to Feuerbach. Kylie dribbles into the paint, lost control of it, and tried to save it from going out of bounds. Couldn't, but into the hands of J.C. Sheldon. Sheldon on the right wing, free throw line extended, and then a illegal screen is going to be called on Celeste Taylor. That'll be 4 on her. Starter for Ohio State. She'll sit down momentarily with 10 points. Ricky Harris back in the game. 82-69 Hawkeyes. With 6:25 left to go in the fourth. Clark against the double team in the backcourt. Tries to weave her way around Sheldon. And a bumping foul will be called on J.C. Sheldon. That's her fourth. Hawkeyes have shot 21 free throws. Ohio State 8.
Yeah, that is such a key to this game today.
Clark walks it across the timeline. Angles right side, takes Sheldon all the way to the rim. Floater no good. The ball goes out of bounds. And it's touched last by the Buckeyes. It'll be Iowa basketball with 18 to shoot, 6:09 left to go.
Caitlin Clark is such a smart player, though. She knew to attack J.C. Sheldon as she's got 4 fouls.
Did the right thing. Clark looks to get it in, does so to a falter. Now back to Clark. She gets in the paint. Couldn't get the turnaround jumper on, and then bounce pass back out to Marshall. Now Clark on the left wing. Outside the arc. Angles to the right side. Tries to turn the corner. Flips the pass to a falter. Now to Feuerbach in the corner for 3. That's an air ball. And the ball dug up by Michalashikova. To McMahon. Bounce pass to Theory. Sheldon, Michalashikova transition, three-pointer, rimming no. Missed it from the left wing. And the Hawks grab the rebound and will slow the pace with 5:35 left to go.
This is where they want to slow the pace down, execute a play, get a great shot, continue to expand their lead, but no need to rush.
Clark gets into the paint, has it slapped away by Harris and out of bounds. Hawks will retain possession. Martin will get back in the game. 82-69. She'll come in for Kylie Feuerbach. Clark gets it into Stalkey. Now fakes, drives in, shot good. Faked the pass and went right around Michalashikova.
What a play by Hannah Stalkey. 21 points.
84-69. Sheldon to Michalashikova, 3 straight away. Splits the net with it. She has 14. Mikulashikova. Just like that, it's 84-72. Here's a Falter left wing. Puts it on the floor, gets into the paint. Runner, no. Stalky the rebound. And along the baseline, a whistle. And it looked like she stepped out of bounds, so it'll be Ohio State basketball. Make that a travel. Tried to get the position underneath there. 84-72. Hawks on top. Ohio State with the basketball. Theory on the right side. Drives paint. Scoop shot. No. Gets her own rebound. Put back strong. And Martin absorbs the rebound.
Her 9th of the day. Kate Martin with 9 points, 9 rebounds.
Here's a Falter in between the circles. Right side, Clark gets it to Stalky on her way to the hoop. Shot too strong off the window. Weak side board to Harris. Floats a pass down to Sheldon. Has it knocked away by Marshall and out of bounds. Ohio State basketball along the baseline. 4:06 left to go. Hawks by 12. Floats a pass out to McMahon. Now to Harris for 3. Left wing, rimming no. A Falter the rebound. Harris knocked down a couple of 3-pointers in the first half. Ohio State 13 of 28 from 3, 46.7%. Hawkeyes 6, make that 10 of 24. Clark, one-hand pass to Martin. Now back to Clark in between the circles. Logo 3, rimming no. And the ball tapped out, but dug up by Theory of Ohio State. 3:30 left to go. Here's Harris at the elbow. Back outside to Sheldon. Fans wanted to travel. JC all the way to the rim, lays it up with the right hand, off the window and good. She has 19, and that lead trimmed to 10. Hawkeyes haven't scored for 2 minutes, just one of their last 7. Here's Martin, free throw line extended left. Clark comes off a screen in that same area and will fire a 3-pointer. Count it! 3 from the left wing. Timeout, Hawkeyes. Clark wants to hear from the crowd. I think she has the entire game.
Wow, no big deal. I mean, she just stepped up, shot the ball. I don't even think her defender was ready for that. And of course, pulls that lead just to get us more and more comfortable as we near the last couple minutes of the game.
2:59 left to go in the fourth. Hawkeyes ahead 87-74. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluder and Fran McCaffrey this fall. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Two teams trade baskets and then a steal by Marshall. Martin to Stalky, layup, 2 more. Harris got a layup, Martin got a layup. Stalky now with 23, 91-76. 2:07 left to go. McMahon, 2-pointer straight away is good. 18-foot jump shot, McMahon with 10. Remember, she had 33, a career high in the first meeting. Clark, free throw line extended right. Hawks just need to run some clock. Here's Marshall for 3, left to the top of the key, no good. Rebound taken down by Theory. Contact at midcourt, no call. Harris gets it to McMahon. Now to Mikulashikova. Harris, good 3-point shooter. Out on the right wing, behind the arc, pulls up her dribble. Now we've got a whistle away from the ball.
Foul is on number 22.
Clark will pick up her second. Ohio State basketball along the baseline, 1:32 left to go, 91-78. Hawks on top, Buckeyes get it in, Sheldon for three, right wing rolls it in.
A three-point basket for J.C. Sheldon.
Sheldon with 22. Buckeyes number 2 in the country. Only one conference loss. 3 overall. They lost to UCLA to open the season, along with USC, both early on. Hawks by 10, 1:05 left to go. Here's Clark. Has it poked away by Harris, gathered by Clark. Logo 3 straight away, skips off the left side of the rim, and the ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be Ohio State with the basketball. Martin a little bit slow to get up, but she's fine.
She is fine. I got nervous there for a second.
There's been a lot of contact.
This has been probably one of the most physical games I've seen.
Next dead ball, we'll get an ID for you. Sheldon across the timeline. We're under a minute. Now Michalashikova just defend that 3. Now Sheldon all the way to the rim. Scoop shot is up and good. Sheldon with 24, had 12 at the half. And in the backcourt, a foul. As a timeout is going to be called before any contact. As the Hawkeyes call timeout, and this will extend into a full timeout with 42 seconds left to go. Hawkeyes 91, Ohio State 83. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is responsible for our community being home to countless amateur sporting events and state tournaments, from state volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and much more. The Sports Commission generates significant annual economic impact while adding substantially to our quality of life. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of UI Women's Athletics. Learn more at wegotnext.org. Also, Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. The Homewood Suites and the Home 2 Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Kate Martin will re-enter the game for the Hawkeyes. 91-83. Iowa will inbounds the ball. Clark does so to a Falter in the backcourt and lobs a pass in the front court to Gabby Marshall, who holds and then gets it to Clark. Gets away from a double team. Now on the left wing with 13 to shoot, and McMahon with the foul against Clark.
And some nice, smart basketball there by the Hawks. Very calm, cool, and collected. Knew to use the clock, pull the ball, force the foul.
7-0 run by Ohio State. That ends right there with the 34th point from Caitlin Clark. Second one, got it. And that allows Sharon Goodman to get into the game. Gives a big embrace to Hannah Stalkey, who was terrific today with 23 points. Sharon does have another year, but going to end her basketball career here at the University of Iowa. And Sheldon at the top of the key is fouled by Clark. Iowa by 10 with 22 seconds left to go. And Feuerbach will come in for Kate Martin. Senior Kate Martin with 11 points and 9 rebounds. Harris gets it in and then back from Misha Lashikova. Hands it off to Sheldon for 3. Right wing, no. And the rebound taken down by a Falter to Clark. As she races into the front court. And Caitlin will go stand in the corner. Will she shoot it? No, she won't. With 4 seconds. Hawks will win it. 93-83. Hawks over the Buckeyes by 10. Coach Bluder, Kevin McGuff, shake hands. A terrific basketball game. As Iowa, with a 10-point lead, will get the number 2 seed in the Big Ten tournament and will open the evening session on Friday night from the Target Center in Minneapolis. Iowa with the victory, 26-4. Now 15-3 in the conference. Ohio State had won 15 in a row. Suffered their 4th loss of the year, 25-4, 16-2 in the Big Ten. We'll take a break and be back with our post-game show and have a salute to the seniors as well. 93-83, Iowa over Ohio State. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Hi, it's your friend, social media. You know where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. You know, talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to? Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Did you know that UI ranks near the top of the EPA's Green Power Leaderboard, with 84% of our energy coming from renewable sources? Now you can be a part of the team that makes it happen. The University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, our partner in a collaborative, ENGIE North America, is now offering part-time, on-campus positions where you can get hands-on, career-inspiring experience in sustainable utility systems management. Check out the jobs and apply now at uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers, or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game, or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show, delivering solutions for every life, every day. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Also by United Healthcare, proud sponsors of Small Business Spotlight. Sign up your small business at HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. Once again, here's Rob Brooks.
Hawks win it by 10. Hard fought over Ohio State. led pretty much the entire way for 37 minutes and 51 seconds, 93-83 the final as we get set for Senior Day festivities. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in, not only today but all season long on Sirius XM Radio, channel 84. I appreciate them covering the game. And, of course, our great Hawkeye Radio Network affiliates led by WHO in Des Moines, WMT in Cedar Rapids, KXIC in Iowa City, the YouTube channel, University of Iowa YouTube channel, and the Varsity app. And before we get things started here on Senior Day, let's look into some of those outstanding statistics as Tiffany, 35 points, leads the way. Yeah. Caitlin Clark, but Hannah Stolke, outstanding as well. 9 of 12 from the floor, had 23 and 9.
Yeah, I mean, Hannah Stolke was zoned in the entire game, shot well. As you mentioned, Caitlin Clark with 35 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists for Caitlin Clark. Gabby Marshall, 12 points, shot 4 for 7 from behind the three-point line. Kate Martin, scoreless in the first half, comes out, scores all 11 points in the second half with 9 rebounds. Cynthia Falter, 6 points, 7 rebounds. And Addie O'Grady with 2 points. And Kylie Feuerbach with 4 points, but 4 steals, 2 assists. So maximized her minutes. You talked about her plus-minus. She's sitting at 12. The Hawks out-rebounded Ohio State 38-31. Shot 50% from the field, 39% from three-point range, and, of course, 18 of 23 free throws, so got themselves to the line, juxtaposed to Ohio State that was 3 for 8 from the free throw line. They were led tonight by J.C. Sheldon, 24 points, 9 assists, followed by Rebecca Mikulas-Shikova. You're much better at pronouncing that than I am, Rob. I'm like, I have the pronunciation right in front of me, and I still butcher it.
Mikulas-Shikova.
Thank you. 14.
Well, she's been around for a while.
I know. 14 points, 8 rebounds, and of course the impressive 4 for 8 from behind the three-point line. Cody McCann, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Taylor Theory, 11 points, 7 rebounds, and Celeste Taylor with 10 points. Ricky Harris with 9 points, and Madison Green with 5 points. You know, the Buckeyes did not shoot terribly. 50% from the field, 46% from behind the three-point line. I think the free throws make the difference. The rebounding makes the difference. Hawks got 42 points out of the paint tonight compared to Ohio State's. Fast break, 19 fast break points for the Hawkeyes compared to Ohio State's 9. Like I said, free throws a key, rebounds a key, attacking Ohio State's tough defense. I mean, bottom line here tonight, it was the composure by the Hawkeyes. They stayed composed. How many, I think Ohio State had 2 technical fouls that we saw. So, again, they stayed composed coming down the line. It was a physical game that the Iowa Hawkeyes definitely won that battle.
And that's the way you have to play some nights. And certainly that was the case this afternoon. Molly Davis has made her way back to go through Senior Day, but has that right leg really heavily wrapped, knee injury in the second quarter, and she's in a wheelchair over there, so it does not look good for Molly Davis, unfortunately, for the rest of the year. As getting set.
Oh, Kate Martin has her nephew in her arms, and he got his first screen time on the television.
Yeah, there'll probably be more, huh? Big crowd, of course, sticking around for Senior Day festivities. Well, let's take a break, and we'll come back and get things started. This is always a bittersweet time as Hawkeyes say goodbye to 5 fabulous players and 93-83 victory over Ohio State. But the good news is it makes it a little bit easier that the Hawkeyes will be back here in a couple of weeks. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Lisa Bluder and Fran McCaffrey this fall. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here. Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as all the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. By 2025, we'll rely completely on climate-friendly, alternative fuels. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle these new fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Welcome to the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show, delivering opportunities and results for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers.
Hawks get victory number 26 on the season, 93-83 over Ohio State to split the two games this year. As our postgame stats report was brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the all-new, totally free Hy-Vee Perks membership. As a video being played with some comments from all five seniors and now Coach Bluder, as our senior day coverage is sponsored by AARP. AARP Iowa is proud to support Hawkeye seniors both on and off the court. Learn more about all the ways AARP is helping Iowans thrive as they age by visiting aarp.org/IA. Well, let's go to the PA and listen in on some of the festivities here on Senior Day. Holly Rowe from ESPN is helping out at midcourt.
Hard behind the scenes to make this team successful, so please help me in honoring them. Our first manager, Tyler Cooper. Tyler is escorted by his parents, Tony and Donna Cooper. Tyler's been an Iowa women's basketball manager for 1 year. He will graduate in May with degrees in finance and accounting. Our next manager, Isaac Pruitt, is escorted by his parents, Brian and Nikki Pruitt. Isaac has been an Iowa Hawkeye manager for 3 years. He will graduate in May with a master's degree in finance. Graduate assistant Will McIntyre is escorted by his parents, Gary and Liz McIntyre. Will has been an Iowa women's basketball manager for 5 years. That includes 3 years as the head manager, and he will graduate in May with a master's degree in sport and recreation management. Thank you so much. They are terrific, and they really are some of the hardest workers that you have ever seen. Well done, you guys. It is impossible to put into words what this senior class has meant, not only to the state of Iowa, but around the entire country. Everywhere I go, college football, NBA, people are asking me about Iowa women's basketball. And these are the women who have helped bring this to forefront. They are game changers. These 5 women, along with their teammates, have grown the game of women's basketball. They have appeared in 6 of the most watched games in women's basketball history. On every major network, and I bet today was number 7, to be honest, on Fox. This class took Iowa to a place where it had never been before, the national championship game. They appeared in the program's first Final Four back in 1993, but no one will ever forget this class, and I know you hear me when I say they are not done yet. I look around this stadium today. We went up on the concourse and did some interviews for ESPN, little boys, little girls in number 22, grown men in number 22, number 20 jerseys, Gabby Marshall. And I just realized these have been some of the best role models that you and your kids could have looked up to. They will all leave college basketball in a better place than they found it. And over the course of the next decade, we are going to hear the stories of someone in the crowd. Kate Martin was a 5-year-old dying to play for Iowa basketball, and now she's the one that is going to inspire someone else who is going to just want to play on this court so much. So now let's celebrate this class. First, Sharon Goodman. Sharon is escorted by her father, Brian. Sharon has played in 70 career games, 268 points, 158 rebounds, and 36 blocks. And more important, she has been the epitome of a good teammate. Whether you need encouragement, a shoulder to lean on, or a hype woman, Sharon is always in your corner. She is truly what her last name implies, good. The ultimate encourager, a young woman who's gone through lots of adversity, one of the most resilient young women on this team, Sharon Goodman. Molly Davis. She is escorted by her parents, Ted and Melinda Davis, as well as her brother, Trevor. Molly joined the Hawkeyes after spending 3 years at Central Michigan, and what an impact. She has scored 1,765 career points, dished out 501 assists, and worn the same headband for every single game. She is cool, collected, and swaggy. Molly D is truly invaluable. I want to give Dad a shout out because he sews her headband. Give Dad a shout out. Molly Davis. She's even rolling with swag. Come on. Gabby Marshall. Gabby is escorted by her parents, Marnie, Ernest, and Becky, as well as her siblings, Luke and Lily. Gabby is known as the Spark, and you could see that today. She has been on fire lately, and we love to see that confidence. Gabby is the most recent member of the 1,000-Point Club. She's played in 157 games in her Hawkeye career, including 127 starts. Among several other things, she's known for her stifling defense. She accepts the hardest defense assignment game in and game out. And her timely three-pointers. Gabby is going to be beautiful in March, and she is a 5-year Hawkeye. Please give it up for the Spark, Gabby Marshall. Well, this this has been a dream since she was literally 5 years old. So let's bring out Kate Martin. Kate is escorted by her parents, Matthew and Jill Martin, as well as her siblings, Kennedy and Trevor. Kate is known as the captain, the glue. She is one of the best leaders this program has ever seen. Kate is a 3-time Big Ten Sportsmanship Award honoree, a member of the 1,000-Point Club, and one of 40 women named to the US WBA National Player of the Year watch list. She is a Hawkeye through and through. Kate Martin. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin is escorted by her parents, Brent and Ann, as well as her brothers, Blake and Colin. To the outside world, Caitlin is the face of women's basketball, but to her teammates, she's just a friend. She's a motivator, a goofball. Her drive, intensity, and ability to rise to every occasion is truly unmatched. It would take about 22 hours to name all of her accomplishments, so we will not try. But to name a couple, she is a 2-time Big Ten Player of the Year, a consensus National Player of the Year, and the NCAA all-time leading scorer. And today she became the all-time leading scorer in Division I college basketball. Women's basketball to new heights, new eyes, everyone falling in love with this game, and we cannot say thank you enough from the logo, from all of our heart. Caitlin Clark, you are one of one. Coach Bluder, what do you want to say to these fans?
All right, I'm going to let the women talk because you don't want to hear from me, you want to hear from them. So I'm going to turn the mic over to them. But I just want to say, first of all, how cool is it? Holly Rose, our MC tonight. That didn't happen anywhere. So thank you, Holly. But this year has been special, but it's you guys that have made it special. You know, it's so much fun to play great basketball. It's more fun to play great basketball with you guys in the house. You guys make it special. We are thankful. You started this all off in October when we had 56,000 people out at the crossover for Kinnick. You started. But I want to let you know, even though this is senior day, we aren't done. We will be back.
We want to hear from everybody quickly, but Sharon, I know you faced a lot of adversity. You have fought through so much in your career. What are you proud of on this 4-year journey?
Just proud of being able to, I've seen a lot of growth in myself throughout these 4 years, so proud of that. But also just so blessed to have my family up there and down here. Those teammates sitting right over there, love them to death. And just, yeah, all of you guys, you make this so special. And also, thank you for my God who has brought me here and who sustains me every day.
Thank you, Sharon. Okay, this is full disclosure. I do have my Heart, Hustle, and Headband t-shirt in my bag, but I was like, I don't want to appear biased, but I do have it with me. You have just been, people have fallen in love with you, and you are heart and hustle, all of the things. How do you hope that you are remembered and the legacy you have left as a Hawkeye?
I don't know. I think that's going to take some reflection. But you don't always have to be the biggest, the smartest, the tallest, the strongest to be able to play at this level. And hopefully, I've showed little girls out there that you can play at this level. I
know you have. I know you have. Gabby, you have been a staple in this lineup since day one. We've been on this journey since day one together, and you decided to come back for your 5th year. That was a hard decision, I know, but now that you look back, how do you feel like this year has prepared you, and how have you impacted this team in your 5th year?
Yeah, you know, as I reflect back on all the success that this team has had, I really couldn't pass up another opportunity to play for another year. I'm surrounded by such great teammates and great coaches that push me to be great every single day. And I wasn't done. 4 wasn't enough, so I had to come back and use my 5th year.
We are so grateful that you did. And Kate, I mean, you came to camps here as a little girl. This has been really a lifelong journey for you. How do you put into words the work it took for you to get here and get to put on this jersey, but how you've also become one of the most important players wearing it?
Yeah, I don't think there's enough words in the dictionary to, describe how thankful I am and grateful for this opportunity to play here. When I was really little, I used to sleep with the Iowa women's basketball poster on my ceiling, so it was the first thing I saw when I woke up in the morning. So.
Such a cool full circle moment, because I have no doubt that the kids in this arena are sleeping with your jersey on the wall or a picture of you on their wall, and now you're that person.
Yeah. I just hope people have enjoyed watching us, and obviously we're not done yet, but thank you for letting me be a part of Iowa women's basketball for the last 6 years. I love you all. You've made it so much fun, all you fans, my family, and all my teammates and coaches, of course.
Caitlin, you have made the decision to take your talents to the WNBA, which I'm secretly happy for because I get to cover you. We will probably be doing a lot of your games next year, so I feel lucky. But I know it was hard to leave this. How do you leave this? But what are you proud of as you walk off this court today of what you have helped build?
I think just reflecting back over my 4 years is just, I'm very grateful, starting and playing in front of absolutely no one during COVID, and then obviously my sophomore year we had good crowds, the curtains were down a lot of the games, and now it's impossible to get a ticket to get in the door to our games, so I think the people that have made it the most special, obviously my teammates, my coaches, but it isn't what it is without all of you, so seriously I mean that, and I thank you, and this is special. I don't know if you guys realize what you're doing for women's basketball and women's sports in general, but you're changing it. You're helping us change it. So seriously, from the bottom of my heart, from all of us, we thank you so much. And I just feel really grateful to be here, and I've put on an Iowa jersey for 4 years. But like Coach Bluder and Kate said, like there's still so much more fun to have, and we're not done.
There is. There is. I do want to just say one thing is after your freshman season, you got a lot of attention. And I remember we visited with the team. We were in the weight room. Remember, I came and visited you guys in the weight room. And I said, you're getting a lot of the spotlight right now, but what that means is it will shine on everybody on your team. We've done 50 interviews together. I mean, I'm stalking you across America. I feel so weird. But every single interview, every single time, the first thing that you say is something about your teammates. How do you describe what these women have meant to you?
I think it's easy. Like, these people are my best friends, and like, that's not for show. Like, I seriously know, like, I'm not me without all of them, and they've had my back, and they do a lot of dirty work for me to be able to have the fun and take crazy shots, and they hold me accountable, but more than anything, like, they're my best friends off the court, and I think that's why we thrive on the court and have so much fun together. And more than anything, I know these girls are going to be my best friends for the rest of my life, and really that's all that matters to me. I don't really care if we win another game. Just having these people in my life for forever.
Well, congratulations. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Like I said, I expect these crowds forevermore, because this is just the beginning for women's basketball here in the state of Iowa. Give it up for these women, these incredible seniors, and thank you for all that you've done.
The 5 seniors you heard from as Caitlin Clark, Molly Davis, Sharon Goodman, Gabby Marshall and Kate Martin celebrated after the Hawkeyes defeat Ohio State. The final regular season game, Iowa 93, Ohio State 83. We'll be back with more postgame after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
Watch the exciting Iowa women's basketball team play in the Big Ten tournament. Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited has just a few rooms available at the Marquette Hotel in downtown Minneapolis. The hotel is located just a few blocks and within an easy walk to the Target Center. This package is 2-night hotel only on March 8th and 9th with an option to purchase additional nights. Go to duagency.com to book this official Hawkeye women's basketball package. Click on vacations and group travel. Don't miss Hawkeye women's basketball in the Big Ten tournament. duagency.com.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows. Voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you are in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty. For all your real estate needs, call 319-631-5455.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Hey Iowans, Luka Garza here. For me to get to the NBA, I've worked on my speed, precision, and my shot. For you to get to the NBA, all you need is the Iowa Lottery. First, play bonus multiplier scratch tickets and you could win up to $100,000. Then, enter non-winning tickets for your chance to win a VIP suite experience with the Minnesota Timberwolves, including food, hotel, and $1,000 cash. Plus, center court seats to see the Iowa Wolves. Enter today and see rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
Thank you for joining us on the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show. Iowa, leading the nation in biodiesel production.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena, courtside on the postgame show after Senior Day ceremonies, as the Hawkeyes will have Caitlin Clark, Molly Davis, Sharon Goodman, Gabby Marshall, Kate Martin playing their final regular season game here. But certainly we'll be back in a couple of weeks for the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament. Hawkeyes over Ohio State by 10 today, 93-83. Led for 37 minutes and 51 seconds. Ohio State only for 43 seconds. Hawkeyes had 42 paint points, shot 50% from the floor, 32 of 64, 11 of 28 from three, and then a decisive advantage at the free throw line, 18 of 23, 78%. Contrast that to Ohio State, who only shot 8 free throws total, made 3 at 37.5%, 33 of 65 from the floor for the Buckeyes, 50.8%. Did hit 14 threes out of 30 attempts. That's 46.5%. Normally this year it averaged 35%, certainly upped that today, as Ohio State did win the regular season Big Ten title. The Hawks will finish at least in a tie for second, but understanding is that Iowa will get the number 2 seed at the Big Ten tournament and open the session Friday night against an opponent to be determined. Still, basketball games to be played this afternoon. As we continue on the postgame show, let's listen in on some of this afternoon's top plays in the regular season finale. Approaching 6 minutes left to go in the first. Here's Clark, fires a deep three left wing. There it is, not far from where she hit the record winner for the NCAA scoring record for women's basketball. Now 16 away, and it's all hers. Up and under move, no good. Had to double clutch it because the defense was there. Here's Marshall across the timeline for the Hawkeyes. She'll fire a three-pointer. Count it, and she's fouled from behind. A chance for a four-pointer. Quickly across the timeline, Pate. Bounce pass in the corner to Marshall. She's on the left wing. Clark comes off a screen, fires a three-pointer. Left wing, count it. A three by Caitlin Clark. She has 6. Clark hits it back from Stalky. 3, swish, right at the top of the key. Clark so good coming off those screens. And now Clark will try to answer for 3 and does right at the top of the key. 12 on 4 threes for Caitlin Clark.
Time.
So Clark now with 17. Is the record setter going to be on a free throw? It is another chart topper for Caitlin Clark as she passes Pete Maravich as the all-time scoring leader, men or women, in NCAA history.
We have witnessed history, Rob. This is a moment. This is a moment.
And .3 left to go. Lob to Stalky. Alley-oop. Count it! Off the window. At the buzzer. You couldn't draw it up any better than that.
Absolutely not. Wow.
Knee brace on the left side, and then tried to get it to Theory. Stolen away by Feuerbach. Ahead to Clark. Pushes it to Marshall. 3. Count it! Deep in the corner. And she tried to get it underneath to Theory, and it's picked off by Feuerbach. Feuerbach racing in the front court. Gets it to Marshall. 3. Swish from the right wing. Clark comes off a screen in that same area and will fire a three-pointer. Count it! 3 from the left wing. Timeout, Hawkeyes. Clark wants to hear from the crowd. I think she has the entire game. The crowd was into it from the start. There is no doubt about that, as they have been all season long. And another memorable day here inside Carver Hawkeye Arena as Iowa defeats Ohio State 93-83 to close out a fabulous regular season. Hawkeyes 26-4, 15-3 in Big Ten Conference play. Ohio State will get the number 1 seed at the Big Ten tournament, 25-4. And 16-2. We'll hear from Coach Bluder when we come back on the postgame show. Hawks by 10. We'll head to Minneapolis on Friday night. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why the Midwest gets Honda. Dependable, all-wheel drive with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to gas up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda has such legendary fuel efficiency? New Hondas are arriving, but so is Mr. Frost. So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Hey, it's your friend, social media. You know, where I showcase the cool life of sports stars and friends. But don't fall for the editing and good lighting, because we all have struggles and challenges, like with alcohol or drug use, gambling, or our mental health. talking about it is a sign of strength. Maybe you don't know who to talk to. Your Life Iowa can give you resources or treatment options. Get free 24/7 confidential support. Call, text, or chat online at yourlifeiowa.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Welcome back to the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show. Biodiesel, moving Iowa forward.
Hawks by 10 over Ohio State. 93-83, shot 50% from the floor, knocked down 11 threes, 18 of 23 from the free throw line in an intense game. This is exactly what you would expect out of Iowa and Ohio State. Abby Stamp joins me here courtside. The confetti still on the floor after senior day. Hey, didn't have to hit a buzzer beater this year like last year, right?
You're right. I actually did mention that to Caitlin Clark going into the fourth quarter. Hey, let's go ahead and win this one now. Let's win it with the leadership. Let's take care of the ball. You know, limit turnovers and be smart with our possessions. Keep playing hard, but be smart with our possessions, and I thought we did a great job of that.
Yeah, Abby, you led for 37 minutes and 51 seconds with everything that took place this morning with game day and all the hype surrounding this game. You wanted to send the seniors off on a high note, and it seems like even this whole week seems like a little bit lifted off this team and playing with a lot of freedom and a lot of joy.
Definitely. This is always what you're after, is to be playing your best basketball this time of year. And obviously, man, just looked outstanding at Minnesota. And then to carry that over here into Carver. And we've been fortunate to be a part of a lot of really big moments. Crossover, national championship, all kinds of things. But being able to sit here and watch these seniors just out here relaxing, having a great time with their family, and just showing the appreciation and the love. They're very thankful, I know, for everyone that's been such a big part of their lives, and it's really awesome to be able to witness that for them. I'm glad we certainly had the win and they're able to have this opportunity.
Yeah, what were the keys today? What did the Hawks do well to get this win?
Yeah, I mean, I think our biggest thing, you know, obviously when we played over at Ohio State, they really took advantage of getting that ball into the high post and really just driving at us. So, you know, Coach Jenny Fitz, had the scout, did a great job with the game plan, both she and Lisa. And it was really important for us to keep the ball out of Cody McMahon's hands in that paint. And I thought our team did a great job of knowing our scouting report, knowing who you had to go out and guard, knowing who you could stay back off of. You know, and I think they guard multiple people when they're out there too. You know, I'll give a shout out to Kylie Fierbach. She's, you know, every day when we're practicing, she's practicing on 3 different guards, you know, because she never knows exactly where she's going to spend her time. And obviously she went in the game in the third quarter and just did an outstanding job on the defensive end, really changed the game for us. So really, although it's the seniors day, really happy for the way that she stuck with it all year and came up big in this moment.
Yeah, ended up having 4 steals and then took that charge right in front of the Iowa bench, and that was a terrific sequence as well. One of the best sequences of the season, maybe in memory for a while, was right at the end of the second quarter.
Oh,
with a 6-0 run with .3.
And they took it away, huh? They took away we had the layup, right?
Yep.
How close was that? Did you see the replay yet?
Boy, I haven't seen the replay yet.
Yeah, but I mean, that is just, those are the little type of things, you know, and I thought this last year in the national semifinal too. You know, that's what you get with a veteran team. You've got a very limited amount of time that you can set up what you want to do. They're all right there. They're all locked in. We drew up a quick play, a back screen for Hannah, and almost had a chance to make that into an 11-point lead after they cut it to 5.
Right, and then on that alley-oop, with .3 you're allowed to catch, right, and go up. Isn't it .2 or .3?
I thought you had to tip
it
with .2, and I thought she did tip, but it must have been her hands just a little too long. But regardless, that's a moment. You can take away the basket, but that's a moment that this team and these fans will always have, because the place went pretty wild.
That was fun.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And then the nice thing is, which always kind of eases things at senior day, is you get to come back here in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But some more business up in Carver North, though, right?
Yeah, definitely. We are excited to kind of close this little chapter of the season. You know, you get your non-conference, you get your regular season, although we didn't come out as the champs in the regular season. You know, with the unbalanced schedule and everything, we always kind of feel like the tournament is the true test, and it will be a true test in 3 games in 3 days, and we'll see what Molly's status is. But obviously, just thinking about her, and that's just really unfortunate for her to be out and in a wheelchair right now. But we'll see what happens, and we're ready. Whoever's going to be ready to go for us up there, we'll definitely give it our best shot. And looking forward to having all the Hawkeye fans in Minneapolis as well.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And, yeah, that is a tough deal for Molly. And The nice thing is, though, from a team standpoint, is that you have built that depth, and that's been a strong suit all season.
Absolutely. And, I like to hit home on it all the time, but I was just thinking last week, our second group, I don't think, I've ever seen a second group get that much better from the start of the year to the end of the year, the way that this group has. And they just every single day have, took it upon themselves to keep improving. And you're seeing it both in what they're doing and then just their confidence when they go in there. They know they're ready because they've put in the work. And that's what this program is all about. And, we have, we're plenty confident that we can go win 3 games in 3 days no matter who's suited up for us.
Well, take a little time and enjoy this one tonight, will you?
I'll do my best, Rob. I'll probably have some laundry to do, but thanks, Rob.
Enjoy that, right?
All right. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Abby Stamp on the postgame show after the Hawkeyes defeat Ohio State 93-83. And, Tiffany, there has been a ton of moments throughout this season, and it seems like a while ago that we were outside at Kinnick doing the crossover, and then you have that non-conference portion of the schedule. You get through that, and then the conference season rolls around, and you get through November, or get through January and February from a conference standpoint, and then here you go, March, and now it goes really fast.
And you said this just in a conversation that you and I had offline. You get rejuvenated, even as a broadcaster or a member of the media, you get rejuvenated when March rolls around. And you're definitely feeling that today. But, man, I'll tell you, that first game that we called at Kinnick, that was, my first game in a while that I had done because I just filled in. I was shaking like a leaf. I was so nervous to call those games. And it has been a ride. It's been a lot of fun. Obviously, so much more to go. But you are right. There is a sort of like a spring fever in the air, right? The weather, it's a balmy 86 degrees inside Carver today. But it is time to kind of keep going and keep pushing forward.
And you had a chance to talk to Coach Bluder here at the edge of the court.
All right, we are courtside here with Coach Bluder. Coach, it was senior night tonight, but we definitely saw another example of a very balanced Hawkeye squad. How important was it for you to end this regular season with such an exclamation point?
Yeah, it really was. It gives us momentum going into the Big Ten tournament next week. We'll probably see him again next Sunday. Hopefully we will get that opportunity, but it was really I think we really needed this to propel us, just like we did last year. We had Indiana, who was the Big Ten champions, and beat them on our home court. So I think it's an important momentum for us, and against a really good team ranked number 2 in the country, an excellent basketball team.
Yeah, and you did it on offense. You had several players in double digits. You saw Gabby Marshall continue to produce. But then there was the defensive side of things. I think Kylie Fierbach in the third quarter alone had 4 steals and took a charge. And the rebounding, you out-rebounded Ohio State. So how important was it to get to almost muscle up against a very strong, aggressive Ohio State team?
Yeah, they're a physical team. They're very strong. They're bigger than we are. We had to be fundamentally strong, but we had to be mentally really tough, too, in order to take it at them and have that kind of attack mindset the whole game.
Great. Senior night, you said it once, you'll say it again, not over yet.
That's right.
What would you like to say about your outgoing senior class?
Well, they're pretty special. Obviously, the only program, the only team in basketball, Iowa women or men basketball, to make it to a championship game. So I'm so proud of them. But beyond that, they get a 3.4 grade point average in the classroom. They're great role models. They're great young ladies. And so that's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah, they have cemented a legacy for your program. Last question. We have, obviously, very loyal listening audience. I know plenty of small town farmers who get on the AM radio every week after week, maybe can't get to the arena or live out of the way. What would you like to say to your radio fans today?
I want to say thank you to every Hawkeye fan, everybody that's wearing the black and gold, whether you're home, whether you're away, whether you're in your living room. It just means so much to have this support, and we are so thankful for each and every one of you, and we just hope we brought you a little joy.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck at the Big Ten tournament.
Thanks, Tiff.
Tiffany, thank you very much. And, of course, that is the next stage in this journey is the Big Ten tournament in Minneapolis. Oaknall's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oaknall is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver, and of course downtown Iowa City. Proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oaknall.com to learn more. Well, get packed this week, and we'll see you up in the Twin Cities.
Yeah, I'm excited. I get to bring my daughter. You're bringing your wife. They're sitting next to each other, so that'll be fun. And that's another reason why I'm excited about the 5:30 game. The 8 would have been probably too late, but it should be some fantastic basketball. As we know, we bring a huge fan base. Carver North. As Coach Emmert said, this is really kind of where it matters and where the fun is.
No doubt about that. Hawkeyes had some fun today as they took care of the Buckeyes. 93-83, led for 37 minutes and 51 seconds. Caitlin Clark with 35 points, 6 boards, 9 assists, and 23 from Hannah Stalkey. Also had 9 rebounds. Kate Martin really came alive in the third and fourth quarters. Ended up with 11 and 9. A lot of just missed double-doubles today when you look at Clark with 35, 9 assists, Stalkey 23, 9 rebounds, and Kate Martin with 11 points, 9 rebounds. But the bench was there too. Sydney Falter with 6, Tylee Feuerbach with 4 points, but 4 steals and a plus 13 or plus 12 in the plus-minus. Hannah Stalkey led the way, along with Kate Martin with plus 13s in that category. So that'll put a bow on the regular season as the Hawkeyes close that portion of the schedule at 26-4, 30 games into it, 15-3 in the conference. Ohio State will head to Minneapolis 25-4 and 16-2. And that is our next step, the Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament, and we'll be on the air Friday night. Presumably that game will start at 5:30. That is the scenario we've been told that Iowa will play the first game of the Friday night session as the number 2 seed against an opponent to be determined tonight. So the bracket will be out later on tonight. One last time in the regular season from Carver Hawkeye for Tiffany Reedy. I'm Rob Brooks. The final score once again, Iowa 93, Ohio State 83. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll talk on Friday from Minneapolis. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
This has been the Iowa Soybean Association postgame show. Biodiesel, moving Iowa forward. Hawkeye women's basketball has been brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Authentic brand. Elevate your everyday style with a premium label of choice. Hy-Vee. Score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. And by Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit IALottery.com for details. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.